Hello guys, welcome back to Garage Football. Here's our live watch along for Manchester United against West Ham in the third round of the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. I haven't obviously played Man United on Sunday. Hopefully, from a West Ham point of view, it's a different result. So if you're new to Garage Football, please subscribe to us. And if you're watching along, let us know your match thoughts, comments, predictions, etc. in the live chat. It'd be great to read those for us. I'm joined by Dennis and Tommy. Thanks, lads, for joining. So you guys looking forward to this one? Tommy, we'll start with you, mate.
Yeah, I am. It's no real. Doesn't feel like there's any pressure on this game. You know, obviously the game at the weekend against them was huge at home. Everyone kind of very excited about it, and obviously Thursday before then, out in Zagreb, you know, a huge evening for us. Obviously, two very different teams from the ones we saw on Sunday, but you know, it feels like it's going to be nice to see some of these other players and see what they can do, you know, together as an 11. And like I say, the tension isn't the same. I think this is a game we can enjoy, hopefully. It'd be lovely to get a win. Obviously, it's always nice to win, certainly at Old Trafford. And, you know, given that they beat us in the circumstances they did on Sunday, and some of Solskjaer's quite arrogant comments after the game. You know, I think I'd love to turn them over tonight. But like I say, there isn't the same tension or pressure. You know, hopefully it's a game we can enjoy, but really, really still want to beat them.
Oh, yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah. We'll touch on the lineups shortly for both sides. But Dennis, what are your thoughts on this game, mate?
Well, it coincides with the lineups. I'm always looking forward to a West Ham game, but at the same time, I feel a little bit lackluster. I think possibly the energy drained after the penalty miss at the weekend, and I'm looking at the lineup and I'm just like, oh god, where is the creativity going to come from per se? But we'll touch on the lineup in a minute. All I'm saying is everyone on Twitter having a meltdown. Be prepared for a Yarmolenko double hat trick.
I'll just settle for the one goal he scores tonight. Right, so let's talk about the lineup. So, as expected, both teams have made a number of changes. Man United have made 11 changes, and West Ham have made 10. But still, it's two decent sides on paper. So let's start with West Ham. So Areola's in goal. It's his debut tonight. Fredericks, Dawson, Diop, and it looks like Johnson at left back. Mark Noble and Krau's his debut tonight as well. Yarmolenko, Lenzini, Masuaku's first start for a while. And Jared Bowen, he's the only one who keeps his place. He's looks like he'll play up front on his own. On the bench is Zuma, Soufal, Fornals, Vlasic, Ogbonna, Benrahma, and Randall. So it's not a bad bench. So look at Man United. So Dean Henderson in goal, his first start of the season. Darlow, Lindelof, Bailly, and Tellez. Juan Matic, the captain, and Donny van der Beek, a rare start for him. Jadon Sancho, Anthony Martial, and Jesse Lingard, who obviously scored the winner on Sunday. So your thoughts, Dennis, on West Ham's lineup?
Well, again, it shows really the depth in, you know, the difference between our best 11 and what's rest really, and that we're having sort of makeshift positions again. We got, you know, Bowen up. We've spoken about the striker position way too much, but you know, Masuaku on the left wing. Like I said on Thursday night, I was hearing that he was completely out of contention of all sorts of games and might have a long-standing knee problem. So I am, on a personal level, glad to see him. However, if United are playing a rested side, you know, there could be an opportunity to knock him out here. But, you know, Mickey not being involved at all, not even on the bench, automatically there's some moderate alarm bells for me there. It is a strong bench, but how much of that is going to be used? Moyes isn't really fantastic with his subs. Not too sure really what to make of it. Whereas United's lineup, you know, that if that's their second team, then bloody hell. I mean, they've got Tellez at left back, who would start every single game for us at left back, in my opinion. Fantastic fullback there, and they've got, you know, a lot of experience in that midfield.
And Sancho, who signed for about 80 million, was it?
You got Sancho and Martial, who between them cost about 140 million, with all the add-ons and everything on top of that. And then Jesse Lingard, that attacking three is as good as any other in the Premier League when they get going. So, you know, if that's their reserves, don't understand what United fans are complaining about with the Glazers.
Let us know what you think in the live chat if there's any United fans on here. So, Tommy, thoughts on West Ham's starting 11 tonight?
Yeah, pretty much the 11 I would have started, maybe minus Bowen. I'd have held on to Bowen for the Leeds game at the weekend. I would have started Vlasic because, Vlasic looks like he needs some game time to get properly settled into the team and really gel with the other players. So I think another kind of 75 minutes or 80 minutes tonight would have been very useful for Vlasic. So I hopefully Bowen doesn't get injured, and I would like to see him coming off sooner rather than later. I wouldn't want to see Bowen get really more than an hour tonight. Presumably he'll be used at the weekend, although it is an interesting one. You just wonder, what does this mean for Bowen for the Leeds game at the weekend? Is Moyes planning on going with Vlasic instead of Bowen? So I'm not sure what it means to see Bowen starting. But other than that, I'm happy. I think maybe I would have liked to have seen someone like Okaflex on the bench. So we can get Bowen out of there, give him a run out, give him 20 minutes. It looks very promising, Okaflex. I'm surprised, the bench is as strong as it is, if I'm honest. I would have liked to have seen some of the more talented youngsters maybe given a chance to come off the bench. But overall, yeah, it's the team I had, minus Bowen. So can't complain. There's some good players out there. Obviously, look, as Dennis said, the United team is relatively strong for a B team. It's a pretty decent B team. They'd win a few Premier League games, but we're it's not like we've got a bunch of mugs on the pitch either. We've got some good players on that pitch. So I reckon we'll give them a game tonight. I really do. And I suppose the only thing we can't account for at the moment for either team is what the attitude will be from the players on the pitch. I'd like to think our lads will be really up for this and will really have a go. But sometimes in these Carabao Cup games, you look at the players and you wonder, are they really putting it all in? So it'll be interesting to see the attitude of both teams. Clearly, look, if one team comes out with a really great attitude and takes it very seriously and the other doesn't, that team will win. But I'm expecting a good open game here because I don't think, like I say, it's Carabao Cup third round, so there's not massive pressure on the players. It's not the same as the game at the weekend or the Europa League game that we played. So I'm expecting a decent game, nice and open, I think, and we'll probably get some goals.
Well, they're showing highlights on now. If you're watching the Sky coverage of, I'm wearing the shirt specifically for it. Last time we played United in the League Cup, we beat them 4-0 with Scotty Parker in midfield. So people on Twitter complaining about Yarmolenko. I mean, we had Jonathan Spector in midfield that night.
All right, well, we've welcomed him in, Corey. Thanks for joining.
The ghost of West Ham's past.
Thoughts on the game tonight?
I'm looking forward to it. I know it's not the strongest lineup. I'm glad we've rested Rice and Souček, if I'm honest. I'm glad we've rested Antonio. I think that's massively important, particularly with Leeds on Saturday. I assume we're playing a back five. That's what I can tell from it. I think Fredericks and Masuaku.
4-5-1.
How's it 4? Are we not playing Johnson?
You got Johnson and Fredericks at the back.
Yeah, Fredericks on the right and Johnson.
Masuaku's playing wide left.
Is Diop not playing?
Diop is playing.
And Dawson.
See, you got Diop and Dawson at centre back, Johnson left back, Fredericks right back, or the other way round because for some reason Fredericks does play left back occasionally. Masuaku left wing, Yarmolenko right wing, and then centre mids of Kral and Noble with Lanzini as a 10. Bowen as a deep lying false 9 register striker or whatever football manager term you want to use this week.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the. I think it's a usual formation. I think it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
With the 3, but it'll be interesting to see because there is an option on the right and up front. You could go with Yarmolenko on the right hand side of the midfield 3 with Bowen up top, or he could switch it the exact opposite. He could put Yarmo up top. He plays there for Ukraine. He's our second highest goal scorer, and play Bowen on the right.
I'd like to see Bowen and Yarmo up top together. If we're not going to have an awful lot of pace in that attack, go wing backs. Put Fredericks and Masuaku as wing back.
Yeah.
Personally, and maybe have a centre back in there instead of Johnson. Is how I might have gone, and just have your full backs for your pace.
See,
You don't need to worry about the strikers being slow if your fullbacks are rapid.
If you'd said that to me, I would have felt more comfortable with that. If you're talking about in terms of who's playing up front, if it is Jared, I maybe would pluck. This is the problem with Yarmolenko, isn't it? Is the lack of pace. If you play him as a number 9,
same with Bowen. Bowen isn't quite quick enough. He's quicker than Yarmo by a light years.
But
you look at that left for Manchester United. I think Tellers is playing tonight. They'll overload it. You will want Bowen there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have to play Bowen up front.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Geez, I don't know, Corey. Like you just said, down that left-hand side, we've got to get some help over there for Fredericks. Yarmolenko isn't capable of getting up and down the wing there.
Yeah,
I'd rather play Bowen out there and give some protection to Fredericks and just let Yarmo go up top and see if he can bag us a goal or two.
Yeah, interesting to see
we could have just signed a striker in summer. That would have been easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, like I said, Oko Flex could have been perfect for him to even make a debut tonight.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I think I've watched the Manchester United game back, and Moyes was very frustrated with Yarmolenko at times. So I think the kind of writing's on the wall. I think it is anyway. If I'm honest, I think he'll probably leave at the end of the season. But if he is going to play that number 9,
up at the end of the season, mate. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah,
I think it was a 4-year deal he signed in 2018.
Do you know what it is with Yarmo, though? Again, he is what he is. Got fantastic left foot. But if he's going to play that number 9 position, the hold-up has to improve. He has to just hold the ball up long enough to get players around him. So we'll see what happens.
He probably won't be a kind of fox in the box type forward for us anyway. He probably will come deep. We'll almost play with a false 9, I think. I don't think he'll just stay up on the edge of the box all day. I think he'll come deep a little bit, and we'll look for runners coming inside from the midfield and from out wide and try and slip them through. So there'll probably be a lot of kind of interplay. When he does that, Lanzini can bomb into the box or whatever. Well,
there's one player we haven't even spoke about, lads. Areola's starting in net. Haven't even spoke about it. People have been crying out for this, haven't we?
Well, I think it was expected. I think that's probably the only reason why no one's really brought it up. But yeah, I agree, mate. I mean, let's see what he looks like tonight. I think United will probably dominate the ball. So let's see what he's like. I mean, what did we make of Fabianski on Sunday? Yeah, I thought he had quite a good performance. So
yeah, I don't know if some fans have slayed him, but for Ronaldo's goal, Ronaldo should have scored it from the cross initially. So I think Fabianski actually did well to even get a touch.
It was tough. It came at him very quick, didn't it? Let's be honest. The run was very, very good. But then other than that, he kept us in. I think he closed down Ronaldo's second half, and it's a brilliant save. So
the save from Fernandes was world class.
Fernandes,
yeah. With Fabianski, the thing with Fabianski is I still think he's an excellent shot stopper. I don't blame him for the Ronaldo goal, and you have to remember as well. It was very wet conditions. Ball was probably like a bar of soap. So I don't really blame him too much on that one, and I still think he is a very good shot stopper. I just worry a little bit about his command of the area now. I think he has gone backwards a bit on that. There was one particular ball there that was played up into the box that he really, really ought to have come out and smothered. He tends to not come off his line now. And risk running out, and at times when he should do. So I worry a little bit about his command of the box. I don't worry about his shot stopping ability. I think that's all still there, and that's where I think Areola will be good to watch tonight. I think he's young still. He's an excellent keeper. I think he still will be able to do the shot stopping, which he's brilliant at, and command the area. He will come out beyond the 6-yard box to collect any high balls and stuff. So I'm surprised, actually. I would have started Areola out in Zagreb, actually. I thought that was a perfect opportunity to give him his debut. Didn't happen. But, he gets it tonight. And, hopefully he's really at it because, potentially with United's front three, with the players who got on the pitch, we may need a man-of-the-match type performance from Areola.
Yeah. All right. Well, the players are about to get underway. So quickly, score predictions, lads. Let's go around, Corey.
Look, I think United will win it. I think they might win this one maybe 2-0. Well, it's negative, but I'm sorry.
Tommy?
Yeah, I agree with Corey. I don't fancy us tonight. It is a really second-string team by us, and an 11 that doesn't ever play together. So. We've got Noble and Krell in midfield. I'm worried they'll get overrun because they've got no pace whatsoever. And United have got pace to burn coming forward. So I I think probably I think maybe like 3-0 to United.
Right, we are. I'm watching it on the Sky, lads. So I'll be ahead of you guys watching it streaming. Or you?
Now TV, yeah.
I'm on Now TV. With just
I'm on
kicked
Now
off.
TV. My prediction will be, well, going to be really unpopular here and just go like, I think it's going to be a repeat of the Billick year. I reckon I'm going to go 4-1 United, and everyone's going to blame Declan Rice for not being there to pass backwards.
Is that your mate? He's going to play.
Phil Jones can replace him.
Did you see what Phil Jones said the other day? I don't know if you lads picked up on that.
I read his interview. It's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel bad for the guy. Like, I really didn't like the way Rio called him out. Oh, hang on, we're on the attack here. No, we're not.
Yeah, nothing happens, mate. Yeah.
Well, I should have known you are a little bit ahead of us. So
That pitch is absolutely beautiful, though, isn't it? It's just like a carpet.
Yeah. What was you saying about Phil Jones? Yeah, he was in the Times, I think it was. Yeah.
I said, yeah, I did feel a bit sorry for him. He was talking about how literally he's walking down. I think he's walking down the street, and his kids are now at the age to know what all the swear words mean that he gets.
Yeah,
Like, it's not often, but it's when he does get abuse in the street, because people like Rio say that he's a waste of space, not giving up the number 4 and taking all this wage and not playing. It's not that he trains every week. He's just not on the same level as the defenders they've got, and he's had a major knee problem.
Yeah,
so I do have sympathy for him. I just don't want to sign him.
Yeah, he's on the bench tonight for the first time in a while.
It's interesting. I know, Dennis, you mentioned about the back four. It actually looks like 4-2-3-1, to be honest, with Bowen up front and
Bowen in the box. Bowen shoots. Oh, he shoots wide. Oh,
I'm still going for that double hat trick for Yarmolenko.
God, what a chance this was, lads.
I haven't seen it yet.
You've seen about 30 seconds, lads.
Ben Johnson's got it for me at the minute.
Yeah, Yarmolenko does well on the right, picks out Bowen. Oh, he drags. Yeah, just drags.
Okay, so I'm on 2 minutes now.
I'm on
great. That's a great chance. He should really do better. To be fair,
yeah.
I thought he was going to open his body up.
Yeah, if he did so, I think it would have been.
Tell you what, though, to be fair to Yarmo, I know he's not quick, obviously, but he's made the run early there.
That's really poor from Bowen, I have to say. Really poor.
Yeah, I expected better. But good bright start. But we mentioned earlier, lads, about if who's going to be up for it tonight. From a United point of view, when you got Darlow, who was on loan last season, Bailly and Lindelof have been replaced by obviously Maguire and Varane. Tellez can't get in because Ed Ashore. Van der Beek has hardly started at all in his United career. Lingard, obviously, and Sancho hasn't got off to the brightest start since he's joined for that big money move. So a few players from a United point of view, you'd expect them to play their best or at least try to tonight.
It's Van der Beek.
The thing is will they have match sharpness? That's the question.
Oh, well,
but then again, you could say the same about a load of ours.
Probably not, but it's against two teams, most of whom haven't played that much this season. Obviously, Martial as well can't get in the side either.
Martial's
available on a free as well. Talking about players out of contract.
Yeah, he's really overrated for me. Martial,
you wouldn't take him on a free.
At our level, yeah. I think he could potentially do really well at our level, but I don't think he's good enough for he's not a major club. No. He's not Champions League level player.
It's a problem, isn't it? Because he's kind of. I remember, I think it was 2 seasons ago, he scored 20 goals, and every time I see him play number 9, I just don't think he can do it. Just don't think his hold up's good enough.
Yeah, I don't think he's a number 9, frankly.
Yeah, he's a winger, isn't he? Really, in truth.
You know, he's never looked. Yeah, he's never looked a natural finisher to me.
Yeah, it's a good point. But I love the username. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Yeah, decent opening from both sides here. United.
You see, Martial, by the way, has got a Ballon d'Or clause in his contract. Did you know that?
Yeah,
it's something mad, isn't it? Long way off now, man.
Well, when Van Gaal signed him, he was like, the problem with this is the United fan that I lived with for several years. When Van Gaal signed him, he was going to be like his main striker. Like saying you're going to be my number when Rooney's finally finished, you're going to be my main centre forward, you're going to be my main guy, and there's loads of clauses in his deal, like goal related stuff. So if he scores 20 goals a season 3 seasons in a row, he gets this massive bonus, as does his agent. That's just how much they thought of him when they signed him. So his deal was 30 million, but it could easily have become 90 if he had hit the peaks that Van Gaal reckoned he would. It's like crazy how much they thought of him. They thought genuinely they had like the next Thierry Henry on their hands.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about Martial, but I don't know what happened. He's just never lived up to the hype, really.
Well, Mourinho took over, turned him into a winger for Ibrahimovic in his first season. Took the number 9 off him as well.
Oh my God. Dennis, do you see before the game, they showed the highlights of, obviously Ibrahimovic was playing for Manchester United, and the defending actually made me feel slightly ill. I was like, I cannot believe that used to be us. And like now it just doesn't happen. We're never that vulnerable.
I remember that was the game when like Payet had a strop and they just ran half of the pitch and booted it off and got subbed off. I think it was like 5 minutes into the second half or something like that. And Bilic subbed him off because he had a paddy on the pitch. Like, and a Di Canio moment, it was not. He just booted the ball. I think he got the assist as well because I think Ashley Fletcher bundled in the rebound, but he just booted the ball at the keeper from like 30 yards out.
He scuffs it. Krell shoots. Oh, he's going for a corner, is it? Yeah, corner.
I think West Ham are playing really well in this.
How has Sideshow Bob played?
I've seen. I'm really seeing, to be
fair.
Fair,
forward there. Bowen had it, just showing the replay. Bowen had it, passed to Krell, who left it for Lanzini, and then Krell had it again. Passed to Yarmolenko, terrible shot. Blocked by Bailly, and then Bailly gets in again.
Oh, that's awful, Yarma. That's a chance,
Yeah, but it's a corner, though. Still a West Ham corner. Nobles to take it. Takes it near post, headed away. Masuaku. Lanzini. And just slowed down a little bit with Johnson. Yeah, bright start by West Ham.
Yeah, we've had a good start here. We've done all the good attacking has come
Crouch
from
just
us.
knocked Dallo there as if he weren't there. Noble, Bowen, good pass. Krauss on the left. Oh, thought Masuaku was there. Not a bad idea, but goes out of play for a goal kick after all that.
It's awful watching this game from behind. When you always
terrible.
You get used to it.
It's literally nothing to get excited for because it's like if something happens, Bill is going to say. It's like that's the thing. Back on the West Ham Way ones, we used to just pay when Charles told us what was going on. There was always that intake of breath, and he'd go, "It's a goal!" That's like I kept saying, Charles, that's what I want to hear right now. I want to hear that it's a goal. Normally followed by Souček.
Yeah, none of that's tonight. Souček's not in the squad.
And that Charles ain't on the watch along. In fact, that's it. You have Charles in the background, and then as the goal happens, you just bring him in to start screaming.
Oh, this is really good for West Ham.
Fredericks crosses. Lanzini shoots. Goal! Lanzini scores. 8.5 minutes in, then 1-0 up.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were winding me up then off the back of that.
Fredericks did brilliantly on the right-hand side. Found Lanzini. Good finish. And Dean Henderson in the goal had no chance.
Oh, he's done him. Completely done Tellez. Brilliant finish. We've deserved that. How high we're pressing and getting in the box.
I mean, like you said, United have been done a lot of ball chasing here.
I think we've done the thing that West Ham don't normally do against Manchester United, and we're squeezing them when we've got possession and getting the fullbacks forward. And Fredericks has done really well there, by the way.
I think it was a deflection of Lindelof.
I've just had the goal. It's no one on him. What is happening?
Terrible marking by United. Lovely finish.
Butler seems to think that Ben Rama has scored.
Why did Fredericks look like
that was a bit racist, isn't it?
Did Frederick look like he had a problem there?
Yeah, Fredericks looks knackered as they go over the ticket.
No, if you watch when he runs down that bloody ridiculous hill, he runs off the pitch. I don't know if he turned his ankle down there or something.
He don't slopes, didn't it?
I'm watching Fredericks here rather than the goal. I'm just wondering if Fredericks turned his ankle when he went down that bloody hill, and he went into the hoardings, and he didn't look.
Looks to be all right. He's just talking off the pitch with the physio, so you should be all right. So come on. But yeah, at Old Trafford it slopes, so a lot of players fall down there.
Anyway, yeah, that's a blinding start. Goal inside the first 10 minutes, and a deserved one as well. We've done all the attacking.
Yeah,
we've actually dominated possession, which you don't normally associate in these type of games. So we look good. We really do.
It was good to change the banner at the bottom to West Ham 1-0 up.
No, I'm just a bit worried here about Fredericks. We do not want Sofel coming on at this early
Well,
stage.
what we might do is a complete switcheroo, mate. Well, it depends who you're going to bring on though, because then Johnson right back, bring on, well, put Masuaku left back and bring on a winger. But then, do you want to like Vlasic, like you said, to get him more minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
But do you really want to bring on like someone that early that you want to rest it for the weekend? It's a catch-22 for me.
Yarmolenko is currently playing right back, which is interesting.
Hopefully,
Found his new. He after all, he was the maybe it works for him. He's the anti-Antonio, like no pace, not West Ham's top goal scorer. Maybe moving to right back will work for him.
Maybe, mate. Maybe.
Honestly, I've been really impressed with us. I know we're now sitting a bit deeper because obviously Fredericks is off the pitch, but
No, we've gone for it from the first whistle.
yeah, exactly.
The most threatening, and created a couple of chances and had a few moments before the goal as well. So good to see. Good start.
United have offered nothing really yet. They look pretty disjointed, to be honest.
I think
Is Darlow on the right, crosses it. Oh, good clearance by Noble. It's a corner for United. Showing the replay of Noble and
I think it's actually worked. Me included, I thought when I saw the lineup it was going to go wing backs, but actually just playing 4-2-3-1, exactly the same system how we've been playing it. The players know what their roles are. It's well done, those.
Fredericks back
I
on.
think Moyes got more trust in his defence this season.
Mate, I completely agree. I completely agree on that front.
Fredericks back on, isn't he? Yeah.
Well, there's talk, because again, forgive me if I'm correct here, but I'm pretty sure Tarkowski's out of contract this summer. And I read online there's talk of Tarkowski on a free, and that completes our defence really with Zuma. Especially if Alesi and Baptiste, could be back up from
come
that
flying out there, Areola, isn't he?
Yeah,
Has he saved that?
We punched it.
I haven't seen it yet. They're showing replays of Noble pulling Lingard down at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a save, isn't it? What a save!
Unbelievable
save.
Hit the bar. Hit the bar.
Did it hit the bar? I couldn't tell.
Oh, okay. It did look like he sort of just got back inside.
Yeah.
Okay, it does look like Areola saved that, but I don't know what he's doing coming out and not doing.
He's missed it, and he's not even really.
Well,
there's a player down on the floor. I think it's Bailly. I could be wrong.
It's a fair challenge. None of that. Goalkeeper gets a free kick. That was a proper 50-50 between him and Bailly won the header. So
That's always the risk.
Ball comes in. 6-yard box. Cordio uncertainty.
Has Fredericks come back on yet?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Teles Mata.
I'm behind you, Corey, as well, by the way. I'm Corey. I'm behind you, and I'm looking at him.
Oh, Dawson with a great block. Another corner for Man United. Getting ahead of steam now on the home side.
Oh, I'm disappointed that Ronaldo ain't playing. We see Dawson versus Ronaldo. The clash of the titans.
Dawson against Sancho is still a battle and a half.
Dawson against Dawson is a battle, mate.
Corner for United. Teles to take it. Ball comes in. Well cleared. Lingard. Oh no. I think Fredericks get there first. And Johnson's got who clears out the pitch.
I'm way behind, mate. They've just got the corner now.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm 5 seconds behind Tommy.
Yeah. See, the problem is I can't
internet is clearly better in
Ireland
Ireland than it is in Watford.
Oh, come on, Arthur.
Yeah. Sorry, Bill. I can't comment on anything you're saying because I haven't seen it.
Oh no, that's all right. No, it's more you guys at Gary Neville. You do your bit afterwards. I'm Martin Tyler.
Yeah,
we'll do great shout, mate. Hey, Adam Smith Dawson.
Legend has it that Che Adams is still searching for his head.
Still got a headache.
Oh, Martial just sticks it wide. Oh,
not a natural finisher.
No, got away with that one. Just seeing the replay come up now. Goes down the United's left. I think it's Matic with the ball. Oh, it's Matic of all people with a driving run. Plays in Martial. Toe pokes it. I can see what he's trying to do. Right idea. Just they got too much on it and it went wide.
Really well Matic, actually.
And Darlow was running in like a steam engine. Just didn't quite get onto it. Back. So yeah, since the goal, United have responded well. Fair play to them.
You see, that's all down that left-hand side. I think we need to get Bowen over that side and put Yarmo up top.
Yeah.
Yarmo was absolutely no
Oh.
help whatsoever.
Just had the Martial chance. That was agonising.
The only reason that I think you just won't play Bowen on the right, albeit defensively, I think depending obviously if the score stays the same, if it stays the same up until 60, 70 minutes, then you look at Bowen and if he's fully fit, you play him on the right.
Guys, Fredericks has gone down again, so he might be coming off now. They're just seeing what happened, Tommy. Yeah, he went off. Yeah, as soon as he crossed, he went down the slope, and they're just showing it again. Showing the goal again. Couldn't quite see him, but I think he went off the slope, and he must have done maybe twisted his knee or his ankle.
Who's coming on?
He's going to play Johnson, isn't he? He looks Johnson.
They're just taking him off. Good, no point risking it. It is
he's down on my one now.
That's a steep
shame because I thought he played really well in the Europa League, and he's done brilliantly so far.
Yeah, it's a shame, but no point risking it.
Yeah, I think the way Moyes is talking to him where I'm at, he's definitely saying, well, Masuaku, I want you to go left back, mate. And
Soufal's on straight.
Oh, Soufal's. All right, cool. I was saying good because I'd much rather Ben Johnson at left back than Masuaku. Masuaku is much better as a wing back or a left back. I mean, we didn't have a watch long for it. It was just before the watch long days. But Corey, you remember his absolute masterclass against Wolves?
He was fantastic, mate.
We won 4-0, and he absolutely took Traore out of the game.
I don't think Masuaku's bad 1v1, but it's his positioning at left back is horrific.
It's same with Fredericks. Positioning is main thing that lets Fredericks down, in my opinion.
Although he's improved under Moyes, to be fair to him. Yeah. Or you use him right, or you play him as a wing back, or even at times a right attacking midfielder. So
I said I like Fredericks, but sadly he probably will get let go on a free because you got Kufau with Johnson as backup, and hopefully we'll get a new left back in summer, meaning that Johnson won't be the backup to Cresswell.
Oh, well done.
We'll have either competition or someone superior to Cresswell.
I do think we need to look at our left back long term, definitely.
We needed to look at left back for a couple of years.
Yeah, but in fairness, I mean, he has got the best out of Cresswell in terms of getting those deliveries and protecting him with four-nows. But long term,
offensively, our left backs are a lot better than they are defensively.
I think Soufal's quite.
I would even go as far as to argue that defensively, Ben Johnson is actually our best left back.
That wise, the Soufal's. Yeah, I was going to say Soufal's.
I think Soufal's one of the best 1v1s, if I'm honest.
Yes.
No, I'm going left back, not right back. I'm saying that Johnson is better than. No. Johnson is better defensively than Cresswell or Masuaku. A little bit harsh on Cresswell, but he is better offensively than defensively these days.
Oh, Noble is well in midfield there, and Krau as well. Lanzini. Tell you what, Yarmolenko's actually had a much better game in this opening 18 minutes than he did in the whole 30 minutes or whatever he come on the other day. He was crap on Sunday.
Telling you, double hat trick, 7-0.
No, he's playing against lesser players tonight as well. So
that's true. When we had a good chat there, and when we linked,
we were very close to getting him apparently, and then we sort of pulled out. Moyes had doubts.
Brilliant.
Apparently, it was only a couple of million from Wigan.
I don't know how well he's done. So
I really don't know much about Anthony Robinson.
All I know is that he nearly went to Milan, but there was apparently some concerns about a heart condition. He went to Fulham and got sent off against Chelsea. That's literally all I know about him.
Yeah, I don't.
And he's American.
I don't watch enough EFL to really know about these players. To be honest.
I'd have to ask. Who's he at now?
Fulham. He was playing Premier League football last year, but all I remember of him is getting sent off.
He played last night and they got absolutely spanked. Didn't they get absolutely spanked last night?
Fulham?
I thought someone.
I have no idea.
No, they lost on pens, didn't they? To Leeds, I think.
I think it was it Oldham that got thrashed by Brentford?
Oh, right, fair.
Oh, was
Oldham that are much further down?
That was a fine tackle on Mata by Noble. He's giving him a bloody free kick.
Yeah, I don't know why that was. Noble was rightly screaming at that one. And then at the other end, Lingard and Martial combined. Doesn't lead to anything in the end. Dawson does well, actually. Yeah, Dawson does very well. To shepherd it out for a goal.
He's come really far over.
Yarmolenko always looks like he's running in treacle.
I'd say custard. He's running on custard.
20 minutes gone, lads. What pretty much the perfect start from a West Ham point of view.
Oh, yeah,
It
look,
started
we're-
really well. United are starting to
Yeah.
come into the game now.
Yeah, United are starting to turn
Oh,
the screw a
poor
little
touch
bit.
by Darlow. Is that Yarmolenko run out? Yeah. Yarmolenko, no, he got on the end of that. Henderson smash out the pitch.
Dawson give Lingard a little shove off the pitch there.
Yeah. Did well there.
Just give him a little shove in the back just to help him on his way off the pitch. So yeah, you've got to be happy. I mean, look, 20 minutes gone, 1-0 up. United are going to have their spells. It was never going to be like the opening 10 minutes for all game. But I'm happy enough with what I've seen from us. I do think we need to just get a little footing in the game again. Like I say, it's been all United really the last 10 minutes.
Since the goal, yeah.
I think we're trying to pick our moments. We are trying to press and get up there where we've got possession, but I think we know that particularly Manchester United's midfield, you look at players like Lingard, we have to just sit back at times and keep the shape. It does worry me a little bit about Yarmo on that right, because I think if Manchester United do want to change it up, they'll start overloading that side and struggling. But we look all right. Oh, okay. I was just seeing Bill Soufal making the run. Thought he was going to get on.
Yeah, nearly got on the end of that one.
Well, I'm a little bit behind, so obviously a little bit a while ago now, but I just had the Yarmolenko run. I think that's the quickest I've ever seen him run.
Mate,
nearly got on the end of it.
That's the man. Maybe he just needs to make it early, just to get up a little bit.
Oh, Masuaku's offside.
Yeah, Yarmolenko is actually okay in bursts. He can make little bursts, but if he has to run more than 10 yards, he just gets caught.
Well, he said that he kept hold of the ball and managed to outstrip all the Chelsea defenders. And, that goal against Chelsea when we won 3-2 in Project Restart, that doesn't happen.
Brilliant.
There could be a chance we don't stay up that year because that gave us quite a bit of momentum.
Without doubt,
yeah, that really was the turnaround because it was, I was... tweeting about how bleak things looked. I was sure we were going to lose to Chelsea, and then I actually felt like we were going to go up to St James's Park in the next game and get beat up there as well because we have such a bad record up there.
Muggins
we lose these next two games, we are bang in trouble. And
I may or may not have written an article, mate, basically comparing. Was it David Moyes' Scotland's answer to Mr. Bean?
Oh, brilliant.
And then did an article where I basically say we should stop having Antonio up top. We need to play Yarmolenko up top and drop Antonio. And Antonio then goes on like a goal parade and gets like 6 in his next 3. So I'd like to think that they read that and they were inspired by my words.
They read it in the change room, didn't they, mate?
Yeah. Moyes read it out in the changing room. Yeah. Proper Ted Lasso style. It was like, here, that is your team talk. This Dennis guy, Mickey, he says you don't run enough. So why it was like you run a lot, but that's about it. So why don't we play a striker that doesn't run?
Yeah, Antonio's really taken to the number 9 role like a fish to water, hasn't he? He's just gotten better and better. Even his finishing
he played striker at Nottingham Forest for quite a while under Stuart Pearce. No doubt now Stuart Pearce is back in the setup. Now he's excelling as a striker. So
yeah, but I mean his finishing has really improved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When he first
he still needs about 5 chances to score 1 goal. Sadly, like as we Burnley away, Burnley away last season still etched in my mind. He could have had 5 goals on another day.
Palace, wasn't it? It was mad.
No. It was Burnley away where he heel flicked it and his own leg stopped it and denied himself a hat trick.
Oh, yeah, because
that's the one where he missed 3 absolute sitters while on a hat trick, and any other day he'd have scored 5 goals.
That is the thing, though. I mean, the amount of chances
he could put it down to one of those days,
But quite a few games, there's always he could have scored or could have got 1 more, but this happened, but that happened, and he just misses it or he kicks it against his own teammate. He is that type of striker where he needs 4 or 5 chances to get 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah. Virgil van Dawson, just nice little dispossession of Lingard there.
Yeah, did well there.
Well, Van der Beek showing why he never plays by skying it for about 20
that was like
yards.
Johnny Wilkinson-esque. It looked like to a deflection.
No, that weren't even Johnny Wilkinson. That was John Smith advert.
Oh, John
Smith.
Have it.
Oh, yes.
Matic plays it forward. Oh, dear, that's a bad ball. Areola gobbles that one up easily.
Yeah. It's kind of all United now, really. But Areola's not being stretched whatsoever. So
Now, there was only that shot by Mata that hit the bar. Apart from that, we've snuffed them out fairly well, I'd say.
Tottenham 2-0 up at Wolves.
Darren, a spot on, mate. Rest of Antonio versus Leeds on Saturday.
Do you know what? I said this earlier to my parents. I said, listen, Declan fully fit, Souček rested, Antonio rested against Leeds. I'm like, that's a big mark. I don't even think Mickey played against Leeds. Who?
Benny rested as well.
Benny rested, exactly. So I think I'm looking forward to Leeds on paper. Obviously, we don't know how they'll turn up and what they'll do, but
I think I think this. We say it's a rest. I mean, they're still playing.
Yeah, but
weekend after it's not a major rest, but yeah.
Lingard shoots, goal saved by Areola.
I think
good effort by Lingard, about 30 yards out, and then Areola tips it one for a corner.
I think Rice and Souček badly needed a little rest. That's why I'm hoping, we can win our first kind of 3 Europa League games and actually start resting them in the latter stages of the group stage.
Spot on. It worries me a little bit playing Declan and Souček back-to-back 90s. That's the only thing for me. Get them fully fit. They play so much football.
Corner's clear. Mata. Out to Lingard. Tellez.
Yeah, it was a routine save there for Areola.
By heads it over.
Lingard should have come back to West Ham. No. He really should have. Like, Lingard's playing tonight. If he was a West Ham player, he wouldn't be playing tonight. He'd be rested for the Leeds game. So he gets to do this crap for United now.
I still can't get over how entitled the United fans were. Oh, why won't West Ham pay 30 million for him? Because he's out of contract in 9 months. But why? He's out of contract in 9 months. Oh, but they want 100 million for Rice, but I think he's worth 60. Declan Rice is contracted for 4 years. It's like simple mathematics.
Oh, it's a foul on Noble on Lingard. About 25 yards out. A chance if United free kick takers they've got.
Who have they got on the pitch that's actually any good at them?
Tellez is quite good at them, I think.
We need to talk. Can we talk just about thinking about the weekend? We're talking about set pieces here. Obviously, look, this situation with Noble coming on to take that pen was a bit ridiculous. Shouldn't have to do that. I mean, the fact that if we haven't got anyone, look, Noble's not going to play very many games for West Ham. Any penalties we get this season, it's very likely Noble won't be on the pitch when we get them. I mean, if what that told us on Sunday is that we don't have a single player on the pitch that Moyes trusts to stand up and take a penalty. What are we going to do when?
Well, he trusted Rice, but then Rice missed one. Rice missed one last season. He trusted Mickey. Mickey has missed one, and admittedly, he wasn't on the pitch. I've been a bit of an advocate. I've been an advocate for Souček taking our penalties. He took all of his Slavia Prague's penalties. In fact, one of the reasons he scored so many goals in his final season was penalties. So I've been a bit of an advocate for Souček taking the penalties personally, but also Yarmolenko can take a penalty. I would have fancied, although I think he was off the pitch, Benny taking a penalty. I just see Benny as that type of player just to put one in the top corner.
Bowen was off, wasn't he? Bowen went off.
Bowen got taken off for Noble, so he was on the pitch when the penalty was awarded, but he took them for Hull.
Yeah, but my point is, my point is, it's remiss of a manager in the situation we're in, where our normal, very trustworthy penalty taker is not going to be on the pitch for the vast majority of penalties we get, and that we don't have somebody who's a set penalty taker in the starting 11 is ridiculous.
So poor.
Somebody has to be the set penalty taker in that team now that isn't Noble. There's, like you say, whether it's Souček or Cresswell or Rice or whoever it's going to be to take them, you've got to have one on the pitch and let them take the bloody penalty.
The thing is, he obviously made that decision, and it was interesting to hear him after the game. That's on a knife edge. If Noble scores it, again, I completely agree with you. Going forward, West Ham do need to address this problem because it is a serious issue, but he's obviously thought, hang on, I've got to make a decision. Noble's got a great penalty record. Let's put him on. And it's backfired. And I think now we've got to really start looking at some of the players in the squad. I think we mentioned Creswell for me. I put him forward. Bowen I probably put forward. Then Ramos had a perfect penalty record for Brentford. But it's weird at the time because you're at the game and you get caught up in the fact that Mark Noble's coming on and he could save a point. But I think you even look at the way that Declan picked it up at that stage. Do you just leave him to do it? Because if someone's adamant that they want to take a pen, do you just let them? I know he's missed one, but penalty is such a fine art. I don't know them, but to not warm up and then to take a penalty, again, it's not really good enough, if I'm honest.
My partner was sitting beside me, and I turned to her and I said, "He's going to miss it." And I said, "I'm saying this is about a player who never misses penalties." Like,
Well,
I said,
again,
Noble was sitting on he wasn't even warming up to come on. He's sitting on the bench, completely cold.
The United fan that goes on about Phil Jones, I was watching it in the pub with him, mate, and I told him he'll miss. I'm excited because now I said he'll miss, he will score. But I told you he'll miss. He'll miss. We should have given it. We should have given it Declan or Souček.
Darren's gone for Cresswell like you, Corey.
I've never seen him take a penalty in my life.
I've
That's
never
the
seen
only
him
problem
take
with
one, but
Cresswell.
he's such a good striker of a fucking dead ball.
But again,
that's what I mean.
Souček used to take him for Slavia Prague. I think Rice is okay. He just got unlucky with that West Brom one where he hit the post. Yarmolenko has taken penalties in his previous times at Dortmund and when he was back in Ukraine. Benny's got that flair about him. He's just going to stick it in the top corner. You just know he's going to do it. So I think there are plenty of players that can take a penalty, but clearly Moyes made his decision, and the amount of times where people have kicked off about a lineup or a substitution and it's worked out. Equally, you have to take the rough with the smooth, and you have to, if you get a back Moyes, you've got to back him in this sort of decision. In my honest opinion,
that's what I'm saying. He made the call.
I wouldn't have brought Noble.
He made. I'm
because
sorry.
I have no time.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. He made a ridiculous decision. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I'm not saying he didn't. My point.
It's remiss of the manager to not have someone on the fucking pitch who is a set penalty taker and let him take the fucking penalty. Like I said, Noble will not be on the pitch for the vast majority of penalties that we get. He just won't. How have we not got someone on that 11 that Moyes says, right, if we get a pen, you're taking it, you're going to practice them with Nobes in training, you're going to get really good at penalties or better at them if you're already good at them, and give us the best chance to score the penalty. Bringing a player straight off the bench who hasn't even been warming up to come on just to take a penalty is asking for trouble. It's a silly thing to do. And I'm not going to just shrug my shoulders and say, oh, well, he got this one wrong, he gets other ones right. It should not happen. It was remiss of him to do that. And, to not have a penalty taker on the pitch is actually a bit of a joke.
Okay, but in fairness, that's the only time that he has brought Noble on. I mean, he's not.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because we have had penalties in the past and he's left Noble on the bench. We've had late penalties in the past and he's left Noble on the bench. So it's not, this is the one time he's done it.
Which was the right thing to do.
Yeah, and I think it was the wrong thing to do to bring Noble on. For the record, I think it was the wrong thing. But there's lots of people out there that, not yourself, Tommy, but other people that are going, every single time someone questions the manager about a lineup, about whatever, they go, oh, trust the manager. But then in the same breath, they're now slating him for this penalty. And it's a bit like, okay, so it is...
That's a stupid opinion, sorry.
Yeah, I know, so I'm saying, so it is okay to question the manager, is what I'm saying.
Of course
what I'm saying is it's okay to say the manager gets stuff wrong, is the point I'm making.
Yeah,
that's the point I'm making here.
I mean, it's stupid from the people who are saying that you have to be, 100% with him or 100% against him. It's ridiculous.
But the point I'm making is you've got to take the rough with the smooth, and you've got to call him out on things that he's done wrong. Because there's lots of people that are saying, but this, that, and the other. Not warmed up, straight on the penalty, and also. A little fact a lot of people overnote is that Mark Noble's entire body language said he was going left. Ronaldo saw this, who's a penalty expert, and he was pointing to De Gea saying he's going that way, and Noble doesn't stick it in the top corner, so De Gea was always going to save that penalty.
And I wonder whether Nobes has come on. He clearly hasn't warmed up. He clearly hasn't thought about it. He didn't expect to be in that situation. And what he's just done is he's thought, right, I'm going to hit it in the corner. I'm going to hit it as hard as I can. And hope the hair goes the wrong way. But like you say, I think people have spoken about heat and being in training.
Goes wide.
Heat and being in training.
So yeah, there is a game going on.
There's not a lot happening apart from just now. So keep
there's not really much going on at the moment, I'm afraid.
Which is
that's the thing, and the only problem is I know I'm behind all of you. So I know I'm behind all of you, so
Marshall just ran through shot. Poor effort, one.
to reference Delamitri, I'm always the last to know. So
Yeah. Jesus, a blast from the past.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. That was actually his name, was it?
no, it's Jason something Curry. I think it's Jason Curry is the lead singer's name. Yeah, but Delamitri is Greek for just, I think it's for nothingness or something like that. Because all I remember is they absolutely ruined that. It was actually I did one of the lockdown quizzes I did. I drew subjects out of a hat, and one of them was Scotland, and I thought, well, I'll have a bit of fun with this. And I did a question about, you know, which Scottish band got chased out of Scotland for their World Cup 1998 song. Oh no, sorry, Delamitri got chased out of Scotland for their 1998 World Cup song. What was it called? It was "Don't Come Home Too Soon."
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Just try not to be too shit.
Yeah. Most World Cup songs are a bit cringe, and European Championship songs. You get the odd exception.
Well, there was an era in, like, for after Three Lions, there was like a proper there was like a proper era. Yeah, Justin Curry. I thought it was Jason Curry. Yeah, Justin Curry. He had the mutton chops was his signature sort of look.
Am I right in saying England really have like 3 songs that were like very popular, and the rest are like
They have a few cult ones as well, which has gone under the radar, like Go England.
Yeah, see, no one remembers that, but no, obviously the Italian 91.
World in
Motion.
World in Motion is the best one, I think. I think it's a fucking brilliant.
World in Motion is the best song out of the set. That's the song that, if it's not about football, it probably would have still been a low-level hit.
Yeah.
And New Order.
Obviously, Skinner and Deal. New Order was
Three Lines. What's your third one then?
Well, Vindaloo seems to be hugely popular in England.
Vindaloo was quite popular.
Lovely.
Yeah, I remember that. And
you still get fans singing that a lot, but they're the only 3 I think I've ever heard.
There's one that's quite popular now, is the Atomic Kit and Southgate one, which got released at the semi-final, because they said in World Cup night, because it became a chant in the 2018 World Cup, and they said that if they make the final, we'll do it. And we lost the semi-final, so just to preempt it, they just did it. They released it in the semi-final this time.
What is he doing? Should they have that one? Oh dear, got away with that one. Ball comes in from Matter, adds no one round it. He starts to Superman, punch it out. What's he doing? Should have caught it. And it didn't lead to anything in the end, but you'll see it in 30 seconds, lads.
What's interesting is that Mickey has travelled up with the team despite being in the kit, and he's in like
him at all.
He's in like the West Ham get up as well. I don't get that.
Declan Rice is there as well.
But Declan Rice is dressed in street clothes, whereas Mickey's in like the tracksuit and the rain mac and stuff like that.
No, nothing happens.
Have you guys seen the punch yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think he wasn't. He should have.
Well, the other end. Oh, Bowen goes over. Is that a corner? Or is he offside? Or it might have been a goal kick.
Is it a corner? Is he offside?
Do you know what? Do you know what? I get that Areola one, and I've just seen him saying to the backs, give me a fucking shout. Let me know there's nobody beyond the far post. This ball comes in. Areola isn't sure if there's someone coming in at the far post behind him.
That's a serious chance.
It was offside.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was off the chin.
I thought Bailly might have got onto it.
Very good clip from Yarmolenko to Soufal, and it was then Soufal to Bowen, but Bowen was, I think, just off.
Yeah. It's almost as soon as he gets up, he says, like, you've got to tell me this.
No, I think the offside was it Lanzini at the far post. That looked like the offside part to me. No, not Lanzini. Who's at the far post here? Soufal?
Well, Bowen was onside. Soufal was one, but it was the one Soufal's crossed the Bowen, and Bowen was just off.
There's so many opportunities for West Ham. You see Manchester United's defending when Soufal gets it. They've all been attracted towards the ball, and they've left him offside.
But he's not really interfering, so surely this should just be a corner.
But then Bowen looked onside to me. I think it was Lanzini who was off, but he wasn't doing anything. He was nowhere near the play.
Sancho's down injured.
And so he's back up now.
Yeah, that looked like a nothing. Christ on a bike. These players are soft.
Sancho's had a poor start, hasn't he? His time.
Well, that's why he's playing tonight.
Well, I mean, It's tough. I don't watch Man United every week, but again, he's a talented boy.
Yeah, it's
particularly for Dortmund,
amazing how quickly fans get on people's backs, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, I expected them to have more of an impact, like, if I'm honest. But
Well, yeah, that's
again,
because of the hype. But
I think Ollie doesn't
think-
help either, if I'm
yeah,
honest.
no, I think he is a huge talent. I think he'll come good.
Oh, without doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Well, hopefully, from an England point of view, he does.
Yeah, it's interesting he's been kept out the side by Greenwood now.
You say that, but he's probably, England have managed without Sancho. I think. I think you've got a world of riches in that department.
Oh, come on, West Ham, you got to be better here.
Coming up about 4 minutes to go, plus there'll probably be a little bit of stoppage time because Fredericks went down a couple of times. United got in there. West Ham's off. Massive sprays it out. Lovely to.
Yeah, look at two. You've got
what
fucking.
ball that is? Diop with a good clearance. It's not properly cleared. Tellez with an up and under, rugby union style. Van der Beek with a good touch.
Yeah, we've protected Areola well, really. In fairness, he hasn't had to make too many top class saves, has
It's a
he?
good
So
switch, you know.
everything.
He's only really had 3 sort of not even saves, but movements around the ball. Like when it hit the bar, when he had the punch, and when he came out and clattered Bailey.
I think
he made a routine save from Lingard.
Oh, yeah. There was a shot from distance, which if he had let in, would have been questions as to why he's a goalkeeper.
Van der Beek, good turn. Van der Beek.
I think if you look at the chances Manchester United have had, it's either been deliveries from wide or it's been shots from distance. There's been no Martial. There's been no overload in the box. He can't. That's the thing with Martial. He can't really play with his back to goal. And the minute he's with his back, I know he had that chance, and I think we cleared it. I think it was Dawson, but
yeah, I think we're going to be absolutely fine from crosses. They've got no presence in there from crosses.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll get periods like this though, because West Ham just won't engage with their midfield. They'll just stay compact, and then they'll ask them to break them down. So
they're just moving the ball in and around the penalty area, trying to create an opening yard of space, but they're having to take kind of snapshots from half chances. I think crosses will deal with all night.
Yeah.
The penalty to United's 2 subs, Fernandes and Greenwood. I expect them to come on in the second half.
God, that'd be interesting.
To make things a bit.
Now Ronaldo will come on and just throw himself around, or is he not on the bench?
Ronaldo's not on the bench.
Yeah, game's too small for him. I see. He only plays the big games like West Ham away. When he dives to desperately try and get a penalty when the 3 went up because he knows we're massive. Also, when the 2 went up because he knows we're massive.
See the way they celebrated at the end, Man United.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, is it a caller for West Ham? Noble's about to take it. A good time to get a second. Noble takes it. Middle of the goal, or well headed by Matic, I think it was. Masuaku. Back on to Noble. Oh, good ball. Here's Krell. Does well. Lingard forces a corner.
Haven't gotten to the first corner yet.
I think I've just got the first corner here. Bailly kicks it out from a Bowen flick.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought Bailly kept that one in. Sorry.
Bailly then kills the cameraman's glasses. Very
Noble comes
very
in
generous
again.
of him.
Oh, back post, not cleared. Oh, it's eventually cleared by Sancho. He's running it out of the box. Lingard. Oh, Arthur does brilliantly there, and that's a throw-in for West Ham. What? Oh, throw-in for United then, I'll take it.
Masuaku's got such good feet though, doesn't he? I know he has his faults, but bloody he's got good feet.
Yeah, had to win that challenge. Darlow's about to take a throw-in for United. Back to Van der Beek.
He did well there, to be fair.
So not long to go. Darlow's on the right here. He's Van der Beek. By Matic. Here's Lindelof. Lingard. I mean, this is fine for us. You can keep it there, United, if you want. Martial.
Very central,
Sancho, Van der Beek. Darlow on the right-hand side. That's a poor ball. Tellez has got it, though. Just the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Sancho. Martial. Sancho left. Oh, parried away by Areola. and it's fired over by Tellez. Goal kick.
Excellent.
After all that.
Yeah. But, it'd be great to go through, apart from, getting away at Old Trafford, which is always great. I think these games are very useful for the players on the pitch. These are players that don't get so much game time, really. And for them to get, 90 minutes here, if they were to get another 90 minutes together in the next round, it's really good for their match fitness and sharpness for when we do need any of these players. Some of them will get some game time, hopefully in the latter stages of the Europa League group stage. Maybe a couple of games in that. If we go well in the first 4 games.
Sorry, have you seen them sort of showing back the Noble Challenge on tellies? Oh, come on. Behave ourselves here a little bit.
There's nothing in there at all.
I know. It's mad, isn't it, mate?
No, there was no challenge. It was Teller's follow through that caught Noble. Free kick to West Ham, in my opinion.
Ariola's distribution's been a bit wayward here.
Justice for David Martin.
About 30 seconds to go.
David Martin pinging 60-yard balls.
Dave Martin is a false 9, mate. Come on. Dave Martin's the answer to our striker crisis. False 9.
Might as well, mate. Yeah.
Do you know what free kicks really annoy me? I've seen it a few times. It's when one player is about to hit the ball, another player comes in with a perfect challenge to nick the ball away, gets kicked, and then they get free kick given against them. For winning the ball and getting kicked.
It depends what shirt they're wearing, mate.
Remember it happened to Declan Rice against Belgium. He made an absolutely brilliant tackle on De Bruyne. Clean tackle, got the ball, nicked it away. De Bruyne kicked the back of Declan's leg and went down and got a free kick.
And there we are. It's half time.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, if I'm honest, mate.
Yeah, thoughts overall, Corey?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, look, there are limitations, obviously, with some of the personnel. I think sometimes in midfield, particularly, I think Man United have tried to press a little bit higher. But I think this side is so well drilled. We will sit and we will be compact. And I think the worry about Yarmolenko, he's still a slight worry. He's coming a little bit too central, but now he's got Soufal there. I think we're okay. I think positionally fine. And I think when we've got an opportunity to get in their box, we're pushing a lot of bodies up and overloading. So we'll stay the same, mate. I think for Moyes, he'll go in at half time and say, stick with exactly the same system. And I think it'll be up to Man United to change it and for us to react.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you make that first half, Dennis?
A lot better than I was predicting before the game. God,
4-1,
I thought with the attacking potency of this United side that we were going to be in trouble. But we first 15 minutes we were dominant. United come back into the game, but we haven't really crumbled. I think the one observation I'd make possibly of United is their midfield is leaving them lacking right now. Like Van der Beek is just by United standards pretty woeful. If they bring on Fernandes second half, it could be a different story, though. Crowler Noble might not be able to handle Fernandes, being realistic, compared to a Rice and a Soucek. So the longer Van der Beek and Matic stay in that midfield, the better.
Yeah, no, agreed. Thoughts, Tommy, on that first 45? Probably a lot better than...
Sorry, I know I'm kind of laughing away. My girlfriend just sent me a joke, which I don't know if I can read out. But...
Okay.
I thought you were laughing at my analysis, my backtracking from my prediction.
No. I'll read it out if you want. I don't mind.
That's all right. No worries.
She just sent me, just met a woman who cleans her minge with floor cleaner. Flesh cunt.
Luckily, this is an adult show. So
yes. Right. Let's just hope that Darren hasn't got his kid watching with him. Might have to answer a couple of questions there.
I really hope he does. I really hope he's being grilled right now and has to think of something clever really quickly.
They're Americans, so I don't know if they'll even know what that word means.
Let's move on swiftly. So, do you think we should bring on Vlasic to put some pressure on their midfield?
Last half an hour, yes.
Yeah, not quite now. I wouldn't make that change at the half. I think, look, honestly, we're doing okay. Yeah, okay, we're having to defend more than we're getting forward. But, if Areola was, having to make a string of top-class saves or something and it looked like a goal was imminent, then maybe. But to be honest, Ariola's been comfortable enough. We're protecting him quite well, and we have a lead. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be making any changes at halftime.
No, great.
I think let's wait 70 minutes, see how we're doing. If the pressure is starting to really pile on, if Man United, strengthen their team, bring a couple of subs on, then of course, we'd hope Moyes would respond in kind. But at the moment, no, I don't think so. I think defensively we're relatively comfortable, actually.
Especially as
they've been reduced to kind of half chances and just snatching at some efforts and so I'm actually quite pleased at one. I don't think David Moyes will feel the need to make any changes at this point.
Yeah, no, spot on, mate. Especially as we've had to make an enforced sub already with Fredericks unfortunately going off and Soufal coming on. So we've only got the 2 subs now, haven't we? So got to save those for when we're.
I think the only one maybe you'd make later on, and I think Vlasic is obviously an option. Maybe you play Bowen on the right and Vlasic as almost a false 9. Or I don't think you would do this because obviously we're resting players. But if you look at the right hand side and you wanted to keep Bowen as the 9, maybe you play Fornals just defensively. But to be honest, I can't see it happening. I think Moisey will just keep it the same for as long as he possibly can and just ride this one out.
Yeah, agree. Thanks, Boogie Butler 7. Thanks, mate. So happy with the first half. That Man United defence are there to be got at. He makes the suggestion of Yarmolenko off for Ben Rama and go for it.
Well, again, at this point, there's no need to.
But maybe later in the second half.
Oh yeah, later on in the second half. Look, if we we've got 2 subs, as you say, so we need to use them wisely, and I'd like to see us kind of use them in a more reactionary way. See what United do, because like I said, we're the team who are winning. It's going well for us. So let's not change what's working just yet. And like I say, we're relatively comfortable defensively. We're doing a lot of it. I get that, and I understand the feeling that people have that maybe we need to strengthen the midfield just to try and get more of a foothold. But I don't feel the need to do it, like I say, unless we come under some serious pressure. And it looks like United are imminently going to score. It just doesn't look that way at the moment. United have been poor in front of goal, frankly. We've been really limiting them. We haven't given up really what you'd call, too many gilt-edged chances. So, mid changes will come, but, not yet.
No, not yet. And especially as United's bench, they've got, they've got Greenwood, Fernandes. But from an attacking point of view, it's just them 2 because they've got Jones, Heaton, goalkeeper, Wan-Bissaka, Tommy El Gango as well. I think he was a forward as well. So they've got a couple of options. I imagine Greenwood and Fernandes will come on.
I wouldn't like to see Bowen do any more than 70 minutes here, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if we want to get Vlasic, or someone in for 20 minutes, let's say the game time will do him good. But see, we've got Carlton Cole on the sidelines there.
It was great to see him in Joe Cole for the BT coverage of
Europa League. Yeah,
I'd be quite happy to see Bowen get some form of rest, considering he played 90 minutes in Zagreb and 90 minutes in United and only got brought off for Noble, personally. So I'd be happy to see him come off for Vlasic for half an hour, put Vlasic up top.
Do you think if there was VAR, United would have got a penalty for that shirt pull on Lingard? It was pretty blatant.
It was, yeah.
I think if there was VAR and the ref gets sent to the monitor, I think he gives it.
Yeah, probably. Especially as they obviously slow it down, VAR, didn't they? So,
VAR Chester United can just go cry.
But you were talking about Joe Cole, how he's on the BT coverage.
Yeah,
it was actually hilarious because I was watching him. He was on, I don't know if it was the Tuesday or the Wednesday when Chelsea were playing, but I had him on for that as well. And when Chelsea were, they were talking about Chelsea, he was saying "we" when he was talking about Chelsea. On Thursday night when he was talking about West Ham, he was saying "we" as well, and it was
I don't have too much on that purely because I remember at the time, reason why he went to Chelsea was because Cole was a Chelsea fan growing up, despite being a West Ham boy. But he still obviously holds West Ham dear to his heart, similar to Rio. Although Rio has been pissing me off this summer. This summer he's taken it a little bit. He's gone a little bit like, all right, mate. Especially now he's part of this takeover that the second bid is
Oh, look,
coming
boys.
in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got.
Like, see,
I
how's it
didn't know
going,
we had.
mate?
Gatesy didn't know we had a fucking stowaway.
Steady on. How are we, boys? All good?
Yeah, well, especially after that first half, mate. I think we're all.
I'm buzzing for the double Yarmolenko hat trick.
That's still that's to come. That's the only thing missing.
It's happening.
Is it me, or has he been really poor again in that first half?
No, I thought he's better than what he has been.
No.
By his standards, he's been good.
Yeah, he's still not. Like,
I saw him run.
The bar's
for, like,
very
the
low at this
yeah,
point.
I've seen him run for the first time since the Chelsea game in Project Restart. So you know, this is
Full
progress.
victories.
Yes.
I actually missed the first 12 minutes or so because the missus was watching Coronation Street. What can you do?
That was our best spell.
That was the best spell, mate. Yeah, you missed time on that one, mate. Catch up next time.
Yeah, he missed Sideshow Bob doing a masterclass in midfield for us.
Yeah, have you seen the goal? Have you seen it?
Yeah, seen the goal. Shame about Fredericks going off. I've always thought that about that dip behind the goals at Old Trafford.
It always happens.
Yeah,
I suppose that Old Trafford doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, it's an accident waiting to happen, and it's typical. It would be one of our players that's on the back end of it, but
especially it was obviously brilliant cross by Fredericks, and he played brilliantly in the Zagreb game, and he was going to carry that on.
I've got a mate. I've got my best friend actually is a Man United fan, and he'll be watching at home. He's also my boss, so I'm hoping we win this now. I'll get him back for Sunday. But he was saying he went there a few years back, just did that stadium tour thing. He happened to be over in the area during the off season, and he went to do the stadium tour, and they let you out by the pitch and stuff. And he said he was actually taken aback at how steep that drop off is, the side of the pitch. It's actually genuinely steep. I'm surprised health and safety haven't had something to say about it. Not health and
I
safety.
agree.
How health and safety's gone crazy these days. It's really strict, and you think someone would have gone in and inspected the ground and said, "No, you can't have this." It's dangerous.
Premier League intervene or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Because how many times do we see two players like running at breakneck speed? Obviously the attacking players trying to keep the ball in play. Whip the ball across the area. Defenders or whatever is on his shoulder and gives him a little shove in the back as he's at full tilt. I mean, you could really hurt somebody there.
All sorts of problems. You do your cruciate, break a leg, or anything could happen. I mean, like you say, if it's that steep a drop off and it's sort of like you've got a short distance between the touch line and where the advertising hoardings is, wallop straight into that. I mean, Jesus. Like you say, I'm surprised health and safety haven't crawled all over it.
Without that, mate.
But that's the way 1-0 up.
Yeah. Well, what do you make, Gates, of obviously you missed the first 10, 15 minutes or so, but
I think we've worked really hard. I've been impressed with Areola, I've got to say. I think it's time now. I've been saying it for a little while. I think it's time that Fabianski's relinquished of the number 1 jersey. I think Areola needs to be number 1 against Leeds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, at some point it's got to happen, right? I mean, we've got him on loan for the season. At some point, we're going to have to be in a position to make a decision on the guy if we want to make this permanent or not. The only way we do that is if he plays a large number of games. Like I say, I think the opportunity is there to do that. Obviously tonight, I think in Europa League, I was surprised he didn't start last Thursday. I thought it was a perfect opportunity to give him his debut. So yeah, I'm with you on that, Gatesy. I think we need to start seeing him from the start. Now, I think Fabianski will start against Leeds. I think he's still Moyes' number 1 keeper, but I'd like to at least start seeing Areola in Europa League.
Apparently, he wasn't ready. So the quote came from David Moyes.
But that's
for the
part of the course
game.
with Moyes. Yeah, well, that's part of the course with Moyes. Areola was the first player we got in. He's been here plenty of time. But Moyes seems to, generally, want players to do an awful lot of training before he starts trusting them in games. He did it with Ben Rama. He was very slow to kind of put his trust in him. But then with other players, if it's like kind of a player he really likes, like Zuma, he has no problem chucking him straight in.
Yeah, true.
It's definitely no. Zuma is well established at this level, but Ben Rama, Bowen, even Fornals to a certain extent, but not at this level. So I think that's slightly different depending on the caliber of players.
Areola played in Premier League all last season.
Yeah, but Fabianski's been our number one since he joined the club. So he weren't going to be the number one straight away, was he?
He wouldn't do. The only thing I would say is that despite the relegation and stuff like that, people know that the mate of mine, said that it would have been horrendous without Areola. He's not without his mistakes, granted, but he's a bloody good keeper.
No, but I mean, I was responding to what Gatesy was saying there, that Moyes said he wasn't ready.
That's a bit of an odd one, to be fair. I think it's just at the minute. I think it's until Fabianski's form dips dramatically, Fabianski will just play. But I think long term, I've said it before, I think Areola will be the better keeper. I think statistically you see it. I think he just needs game time. I think he deals with problems in the box, physical presences in the box better than Fabianski. So only thing tonight, his distribution's not been great. But then you look at both Fabianski and Areola, the way West Ham play. Do we play out from the keeper? No. So that's not an issue for me. I'd expect him to join next summer, if I'm honest, and I expect him to be our long-term shot stopper. So, yeah.
What's the deal with that? I mean, does he have to play a sort of like a certain amount of games for it to become a permanent transfer? Does anybody know?
X hasn't said anything about that. So
as far as I've read, there's no Dawson type deal. I think it's just an obligation to buy. Again, I think it's a really good deal because it's like, well, Fabianski's probably got 1 year. He's going to probably next year will be a step bridge too far. But Areola needed to go this summer. We didn't want to miss out on him and assess next summer. It could be that there's a goalkeeper drought when it comes to decent people available. And we did a relatively good deal. I think it's like a permanent deal for, I think, 8 to 11 million, something along those lines.
It's an option to buy. That's the only thing I'm a little.
I thought it was an obligation.
I think is Crowell an obligation or an option? I don't know, but it's West Ham.
I think Crowell is an obligation depending on performances or certain targets or something like that.
But I think
something Sullivan-y.
I've got to be honest. I think he's pretty nailed on anyway. For like you said, I think Fabianski's got 1 year left. If he signs an extension, I think it'll be number 2. So
yeah, pretty much, mate. Yeah.
I think how many Premier League clubs went out of the Carabao Cup last night? I think Everton went out, didn't they?
Yeah, got beat.
Yeah, they lost against QPR, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 on penalties. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Like it's always good when if Premier League teams start dropping out of this competition early doors, especially the bigger ones. But it's a little between Chelsea and Villa. I think Tottenham are winning at Wolves.
No, in our luck, we'll get Man City in the next one. Then it'll be
up at the Etihad, brilliant.
To be honest, like I don't mind. I mean, this is a useful competition now this season. Normally, I'd want us to go for it in this cup because it's a cup, but obviously with Europa League, I think this game is very useful for all these players you see on the pitch. Maybe with the exception of Bowen and Sofal at the moment, that these players are getting 90 minutes. It's an actual game, a competitive match, so because you probably do get sick of just training and never getting much chance to play, so it's great for all these players that they can actually play in a meaningful game, so it'd be great to go through and have another game for them.
Exactly. Second half's underway.
Yeah. Right. I've got to disappear. I might jump in at full time, boys.
All right, nice
mate.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
Take care, boys.
See you, mate.
Easy come, easy go.
No changes. Yeah.
No changes at all. Mazawaki was late out, so maybe he either had some assessment on his knee, possibly, or he's been given some more tactical instructions by Moyes. They came out the tunnel together. So,
or he was in the shitter.
Well, I mean, this is luckily this is an adult show, not a family show.
No,
Trust me, don't worry. I've said some pretty bad stuff over the years. Don't worry.
Swear on this, it's fine.
Yeah.
What do you want, mate?
Specifically when Mike Dean sends off Soucek.
Oh yeah. Oh, mate, without a doubt, yeah.
That was iconic, mate. How can we forget?
Mate, that's
That was like borderline void rage. That was.
No,
like...
you were fuming, mate. I could see the steam.
I remember I was at my
mum.
mum's. I was at my mum's because it was during lockdown, right? So I was at my mum's and isolating. And then about a week later, like a day for someone if everything was all right on whatever night it was. I heard shouting, telling people to F off, calling people all sorts of words. Because that would have been Dennis watching the football.
Anyone else feel like this will be a make or break season for Diop?
Bang on, mate. Yeah, bang on.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if we're going to see him enough.
If he still plays at a mediocre level, which he has last couple of seasons, it might be time to see you later. Get the money you can and then buy someone else.
Yeah, because there was talk of him going for like 40, 60 million when Jose was still high up on him, and that's not really a thing now. You know?
No, I think there is a player in there. I think he's worth persevering with. But he's got to eventually. But I mean, I think Zagreb, I think he played well, and I think he's played pretty well tonight from the first 47 minutes. So hopefully more to come.
Like I said, sometimes when he's played, like he made one mistake in Zagreb, but other than that, had a solid game. There was, I think it was West Brom away at the end of last season.
What a challenge, Diop! We've just mentioned him. Great challenge there.
He had a bit of a mare, but he then had like a great, like he had a mare for one of the goals or West Brom's goal or something. It might have been Burnley. I don't know. He had a mare for a goal, and but then was solid for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an enigma, Diop. He just can't quite get that level of consistency.
That's a gorgeous tackle when you see this, by the way.
He's got every ability to be a top centre back. He just doesn't have the footballing brain.
That's the great challenge.
If you count the mistakes, I mean, there is a real top player. I mean, obviously, as you said, Dennis, Jose Mourinho, when we beat United, was it 3-1 at London Stadium?
Yeah, we beat him 3-1, and he was like, "Oh, great challenge, yeah."
Called him a monster.
Yeah, and he said
because I think Mourinho was looking at him, and we just jumped ahead of everyone, bid more than what they were asking for to get the deal over the line. I think they were asking for 15. We were like, "There's 22. We want him." Slapped the money down on the table. He was very much a Pellegrini signing.
I wonder whether if Moyes had bought him, obviously at that money at that time, that we'd be talking a bit differently about him, because I think under Moyes players improve, particularly defensively. So he's got every attribute.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I suppose we'll never really know the answer, but it's quite possible he would be a very different player now.
Well, no, I mean, he could have got much worse under Pellegrini at one point. So
yeah.
Masuaku and Lanzini combining. Masuaku keeps it. Oh, it just goes out. Unfortunately. I know he's offside, actually, after all that. Just looking at our record, at Old Trafford just appeared. Since May 2007, game 17, wins. Big fan 0.
He's done it now.
Last time we won at Old Trafford was Tevez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2007.
We should have won in the cup quarter-final because what's it called? Randolph was fouled by Schweinsteiger for the equaliser.
How's Masuaku offside there? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. No.
It can't be.
I don't understand that either. Tellez is really playing him on.
Ball over the top, Sancho. Oh, goes wide. Good ball. Good ding into the box, but I think it might have been Matic. Oh no, it's Mata. I think it was.
Jeez, that's a horrible record, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty poor. Mata drops the lovely run by Sancho. Oh, a bit of confidence. I think he gets it on target. Good run though. Poor finish.
See, that record doesn't really bother me that much because look, it is Man United away. Historically, it's always going to be a tough game. It just the ones that annoy me are when we get turned over 3-0 at home by Burnley. They're the ones that you're like, fucking hell, boys. What's going on here? But but we've arrested that. Under Moyes, that's the most impressive thing for me. Did we lose a game? Maybe apart from the Newcastle one to any team.
We had the best.
We had a brilliant record against teams in the bottom half last season.
We had the bet. We were the best. I think they showed it. We were the best, obviously, against the other 14 sides last season, and it was by 10 points as well. So I mean, I've grown up on West Ham losing against the smaller teams and winning against the bigger teams. So
that's the thing, right?
And in the cups as well.
Like, I remember those at the 2001-2002 season when we had a pretty slow start. We had a relegation battle year before under Harry, where Glenn Roeder in charge. It didn't all look all that.
Yeah.
And then we beat United 1-0 at Old Trafford, and we just went on this amazing run.
Yeah,
Like, ended up finishing 7th.
Yeah. Shame we got relegated the season after.
Yeah. But wasn't this absolute amazing run when Freddie Canute like just became a top class striker for about 6 months.
Oh, what a throwback, yeah.
And I mean, he's a good striker, don't get me wrong, but for 6 months he was just everything. Like, he was just the master of like the long range daisy cutter from the edge of the box.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's
Canute
22 yards out at the corner.
Yeah,
Just
Canute
absolutely
was
no
such
pace
a
on the
good player.
ball, just like a putter in golf, just sticking it in. Just there you are, it's in the goal. Sacre bleu.
Very good.
Because he was French back then.
Yeah, Canute was such a good player.
Even in that season against United, the home game was one of the best games I've ever been to. Even though we lost.
I remember like
because
I remember watching it at my dad's place with my dad, and after that game, he was just like, and he was a Man United fan, and he was just like, Robert Green should be England's goalkeeper. Just it. Like Robert Green.
What game are you chatting about?
The home game. Oh, sorry.
I'm not talking about that, Dennis.
I thought you. Sorry. I thought you said in the Tevez year at the home game.
No.
Sorry.
In the same year, you just
I misheard same as Tevez somehow. Sorry.
That earwax you need to get out of your ears, mate.
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right. It's worse mistakes have been made.
Yeah, the home game in the 01-02 when United beat us 5-3. It was a brilliant game to be a part of. And watch.
Isn't that when the iconic Lomas celebration where he took his shirt off?
I think he scored the first goal.
It was a header, weren't it? Header, just belted it in.
Yeah, and I think Canute did one of those daisy cutters, as you said. He scored, and I remember Beckham scored.
Beckham scored a screamer that day.
Not a screamer. It was a lovely chip. Not quite a screamer.
Okay, not a screamer, but like a fantastic goal. Should I say?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Was it Scholes scored one that day, didn't he? That was pretty memorable.
I think. Well, a lot of their players scored. Yeah, I think, and then Beckham scored a penalty. So that was a brilliant game to watch. Yeah.
Because they had that white, gold, and black kit that was pretty brilliant as well.
Yeah. That's one of the. I think it must have been one of the rare trophyless seasons under Sir Alex Ferguson. That for United, that 01-02. They didn't win anything. I don't think.
It's good that we can have these conversations.
No, they didn't.
Because it's good that we can have these conversations. It means that we're not in any danger in the game.
Yeah, but we're not
much going on.
Well, so this is the beauty of being about a minute behind. When Bill's not worried, I'm not worried.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, we're all just going off Bill. As long as Bill's relaxed, we're good.
Dennis, what was the game last season where I think we were at half time and we were struggling to say, it might have been Brighton at home. I think
if Brighton at home, when it was just like there was just nothing to talk about.
We literally can't say anything.
It was like Tommy, it was like that bit in The Simpsons where like they're watching football and Kent Brockman's there like Sensor holds it. Holds it.
Awful, mate. It was awful.
Dennis Finger strikes again, the Simpsons reference.
Oh, mate, I've never had a Simpsons reference been more accurate, though.
Yeah, I'll with that now.
That was the worst game of football I've seen West Ham play in the history of ever.
That made me really angry, actually, that game.
Because we basically were like, Haller, you stand outside just after the semicircle and just hover, and we'll kick it up to you.
Yeah,
that was the tactic. Just kick it up to Haller.
For some bizarre reason, David Moyes thought we were at home to Real Madrid, and set up, incredibly defensively, and literally. And just also,
their first goal was a total and utter shithouse goal as well.
Darren knows the score.
He knows the Dennis Bingo. Don't worry. Well, you had it there. Because I did say like we knock it up to Haller was the tactic of the game, but I remember that was the time when he told Benny to sit down when Souček equalised.
Oh yeah, oh, God. Yeah.
He was screaming for Benny to come on. Like,
Yeah, back to this game. There's not a lot happening.
Had a good spell of possession from what I saw. We looked comfortable. I think that's
well,
important
Sideshow
thing as
Bob and
well.
Yarmolenko linked up well. I think
Yeah, I
we've
mean,
won a
look,
corner.
I think the
No,
thing in
okay.
games like this is like sometimes where we can be a little bit too defensive when we just rely on the counter. But every time West Ham do get an opportunity to get forward, we are getting players forward. Johnson's made a run as well down that left. So look all right, to be honest. We look quite comfortable.
Yarmolenko looked at Fred just now on the right, didn't he?
Yeah.
He actually
Double
took on
hat trick.
Yeah, took on someone.
But we're in the kind of happy position.
Van der Beek crosses.
Don't
Oh,
need
Diop, great deflection. Oh, shot comes in by Darlow. Flew forward, but goes wide.
Noble's on a yellow now as well.
Needs to be
Yeah,
careful.
we're in the happy position that we don't need to press the issue. We can just stay compact, just keep trying to hit them on the break, see if we can nick another one. And we're doing a good job of it at the moment. United are struggling to create the opportunities.
Oh, that was close. Well, I probably was a little bit further out than I thought it was, but
I've also just realised that Lanzini scored and we're in the Argentina kit.
I think Manu's played really well tonight, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he's doing well, mate.
I mean, I don't think he was too bad against Zagreb, but he just decided to just start kicking people in the second half.
Yeah.
He came out at half time and just decided he chose violence. Like,
Yeah, basically, yeah. I don't know what he was thinking with that second challenge. When you're on a yellow, I don't know how he got away with it. Somehow he did.
and if he got a sent off, that would have changed the game 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. Even though the first challenge was a brilliant one, but
First challenge wasn't a yellow. I personally,
wasn't even a foul.
I wouldn't say how brilliant it was. I thought it was a foul, but it wasn't a
I
yellow.
didn't. I thought it was a great challenge. But
I thought it was a foul, but it was not a yellow in the slightest. And there were so many things that Zagreb players did to our boys. The ref let go. Not even a foul. It was ridiculous. And it is very, very rare, as Corey and Bill will back me up, that I do ever claim that referees are biased. But I felt that day the ref was definitely biased against the English team.
United, I'm seeing here, have had 16 attempts. I've only got 3 of them on target, so it'll show you how well we're doing.
Well, Van der Beek hasn't had a single one on target, so now I've said that, he's going to score.
See that?
Yeah, the match's challenge on the Soufal was a bit naughty.
Yeah, that is naughty.
We've had one shot on target and it's gone in, so...
He's given him a knee in the bollocks.
Yeah.
He's literally just kneed him in the bollocks.
VAR.
There's no VAR in this.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. That was a
got,
bit late.
Yeah, got away with it. Bowen wins it on the... Oh, forced a corner. Well done.
Safal didn't make a meal of it either.
Yes, if I'd admit, he was a bit more bemused as to why it happened, so...
Well, it just sort of happened out of nowhere.
Well, maybe United think that
I
Soufal's a hothead and they're trying to target him to get him sent off. They got him mixed up with Repka.
Yeah,
it was a great ball for Ben Johnson, to be fair.
Ball comes in. Oh, great header. That is my body. Looked like a salmon there. Johnson's got it.
Boy's kind of another Diop, isn't he? He all this promise. He was supposed to be this, brilliant centre back that was going to be like top class, and he's just never really got there.
Well, he's never stayed fit though, mate.
He had a couple of injuries.
Even when he was fit, he never really, hit the heights.
Yeah.
Because he signed under Mourinho in 2016, and like the year after, he had a couple of big injuries which impacted him. And then by then, they got Maguire and Lindelof had matured a bit. So,
yeah,
I think Lindelof is a much better centre back than people give him credit. Personally,
I don't know.
I think I'm not saying he's great, but I think he's better than people give him credit.
I think he's too slow for this division.
Struggles with aerial duels as well.
Still better than people give him credit, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you're talking about
I'm not saying he's great.
Man United fans, though. Do you know what I mean? The standard that they're talking about. So, yeah.
He's not bad as a backup, but he's not a first choice for a Champions League or title challenging outfit. He's a backup.
And to be fair, that's not what I'm saying. I just think he's better than people say he is. That's all.
Well, what do people say about him then?
They say that he's not good enough. I should be out of United. He's not a United class player.
He's not, is he? He's not really. He's a decent enough third, fourth choice, but he's not a first choice by any doubt.
Well, he is a first. Yeah,
Yarmolenko, goes wide.
He's their third choice centre back. I think that's about his level, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I think. But what people are saying is he's not good enough for United first team, yeah, I would agree with that. Because
well done, Yarmolenko.
He did well there, but yeah. And anyway, it's saying Lindelof watch along, and Matt has gone off, and the Greenwood's come on.
Oh
But
god.
when I see Lindelof play for Sweden, he actually plays really well for them. He looks a really good centre back.
What is it? What is it about countries that play in yellow and their players playing well for them?
Watch this, Dennis. Lovely strike from Yarmo here.
Oh,
good effort.
Could have been the beginning of the double hat trick, wasn't all? I remember Sheffield United at home in the Pellegrini one of Pellegrini's final games, 1-1. We should have been well ahead by the time we equalised.
Greenwood! Oh, save Areola. Well done.
Last minute, Yarmolenko nearly wins it with an absolute blast for about 35 yards. Bounces just wide of the post.
Van der Beek with a really good chip over the top. And Greenwood with literally his first touch gets the effort on goal. And Areola saves with his feet.
Yeah, he's.
Look at Greenwood's movement for that as well.
Yeah,
Greenwood is the type of player we do not like playing against.
No, I'm not happy he's on. Let's be honest. He's a really natural striker.
I think
really. Yeah,
I don't know why he's not in the England squad, so I'm just going to point that out.
That was crazy to me. I could not understand that. He's, along with Harry Kane, he's probably the most natural finisher England have.
Well, he would have been he was injured. He would have been in the Euro squad. He was injured
for the whole tournament.
Yeah. I think he had surgery or something.
I was talking about the recent squads, but yeah, he was out for the Euros. He would have been in there, but he was out.
Yeah, but no, I think he'll be in the squads going forward.
It's actually quite a decent save from Areola, to be fair.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
He scuffed it a little bit, Greenwood, but he's had to read it because, I mean, neither Diop or Dawson have picked him up.
I'm trying to get an angle. Did Dawson get something on it? No, he didn't. No. See, he just tried to hit it with the outside of his left boot and just kind of curl it away from the keeper, but just didn't quite get enough spin on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Good save from Areola.
Oh, it's poor, man. Come on.
Good shout, Darren, actually. Yeah, United have always raved about his natural finishing. I think we've seen that in his appearances for United. Oh, don't lose it there, Arthur. Is Greenwood. Shoot. Oh, straight at Areola. Oh, no, I think it was Lingard, sorry. It was Lingard on the edge of the box. Yeah, can't lose the ball there. We've got away with Greenwood passed it, and then Lingard left-footed. Yeah, comfortable save for Areola there.
Yeah, still United are just turning the screw now again, and
I wonder whether we'll make changes.
Where you're at, Bill, it's probably 25 minutes left.
Yeah, but 20.
Yeah, because I'm at 63 minutes. Got the attack coming now. Good. Done well to hold on to it.
Yeah, so you can't allow them to make it easy for them. If they create chances and they make some good patterns of play and stuff, and fair enough. But let's not give the ball away. Like Matt has just done, passing out of play. Cheers, Manage.
Yeah. Bit of a, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a kind of catch-22 situation here. We're coming under pressure, under the caution. You're wondering, if a goal's coming, maybe. But at the same time, players that are on the bench, do I really want them on the pitch?
I'm happy with what we're doing at the minute. If I'm honest, if it is 1-0 and it's 75, I might bring someone on just for 50.
Yeah.
I would take Bowen off and put Vlasic on because Vlasic has been subbed off quite a bit. He's going to be fresher than the likes of Fornells, Ben Rama, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think Bowen's hardly been in this second half. I think he's getting more.
Yeah, 65 minutes now.
Even if it's a case of shoving Yarmolenko up top and just have him as a lump to just launch it to.
But the thing is, he can't hold up play. That's the problem. He'll just lose it.
But the thing is well, I think Vlasic actually will be able to hold it up a bit better.
Oh no, definitely.
But will we need Vlasic's pace to track back to support
Not if he plays number
Soufal.
9, though. He
Yeah,
plays up front.
it is my main concern is the lack of lack of cover for the fullbacks.
I don't think Manchester United currently are putting enough pressure on us in midfield for me to panic. I think the defence have got time to adjust. The only problem is if they find Greenwood. Other than that, we don't expect West Ham here to dominate possession and create chances, to be honest. We haven't really come to nick her.
Well, I've got some good news, lads.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, including Wolverhampton. They've thrown away a 2-goal lead.
Are they losing? Was it 2-2?
It's 2-2, but I said they've thrown it away. They were cruising, and they've thrown it away in the second half.
Brilliant. Come on, Wolves.
They did the same.
Dendoncker scored for Wolves.
Oh, Dendoncker, that's a throwback. We were linked with him a few seasons ago.
Yeah, he wasn't good enough for the Prem, but he's smashing it at Wolves. So, you know.
Lanzini's gone down after challenged by Matic. He steps on his foot. Christ.
Matic has woken up and chosen violence.
Was it another naughty one from Matic?
Well, he stood on Lanzini's foot.
Deliberately.
I hate stuff like that, man.
Well, if it was, I think so. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
He probably didn't mean it, but it's still a foul. If you
we're playing at Old Trafford, mate. So I'm not expecting to pick anything up.
4 hours and Vlasic are coming on, lads.
Yeah, see, look, I like that actually. To be fair, I think that's
It
what
was
I do.
up. It was higher than the foot actually. It was right up, just up above his ankle actually.
4 hours is a great shower.
So comes off.
Got to take Bowen off, surely, isn't he?
We've got Fornals and Vlasic coming on.
Yeah, you like to think so. But...
I think maybe I'm going to go Yarmer and Bowen coming off.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So 4 hours is on for Lanzini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can leave Yarmolenko on for 90 minutes in this one.
Especially as Mickey's going to be back soon.
Yeah.
It's a shame for Man, really.
Masuaku is off and Vlasic is coming on.
So Bowen's staying on.
Yeah.
He must be just thinking, stop it. Go for it now. Now we're 1-0.
Don't worry. He's been on the farm. He's been pulling carts on the farm this week. He's got that extra fitness. He's a key worker.
And here comes Fornals, my favourite West Ham player. Absolute baller, this guy.
Main thing I love about Fornals is goal celebrations. Even when he doesn't score, he's just so happy to be there. He's like a bloody golden retriever puppy. He's just happy about everything.
He's one of my favourite players as well.
It's infectious, isn't it?
The thing with Fornals that I love about him, he's actually so proud to play for West Ham. And
he did that interview out in Spain where he was just like, I love it. And it's not that Balbuena's done something out in Moscow, like encouraging people, if you're going to support an England team, go support West Ham United, is what he's told the Dynamo Moscow fans, and been bigging up our supporters and stuff like that.
Is Yarmolenko? Oh, it does well. Oh, good challenge by, I think it was Matic helping out Tellez there. United on the counter now. It's a chance here. Sancho's got it. Passes inside. Lingard shoots. Well, what a block by Diop. That was
well done, Izza.
That was going on target for sure. This game's getting more stretched by the minute now. The subs probably helping with that as well. It's slowed down a little bit now, which is good.
Oh, yeah, it's where Yarman's lost it, isn't it?
With Bowen. Slowing down a little bit now. But West Ham still got it. Oh, Lindelof, best defender ever. Good clearance.
Great. Do you know what? Great positioning from Diop tonight, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, he's played really well tonight, Diop. Fair play to him. Carried on from where he left after the Zagreb game. His confidence must have turned an absolute shot when, on the first game, where Bonner got injured in the Celtic pre-season, was rushed back, even though Diop was fit. His confidence must have been shot, but fair play to him. He's bounced back from that.
Just wondering if this might be a good time to switch to a wing-back system. Get some extra bodies back there. Just try and tighten up at the back. This is a little bit
I think the problem with that is obviously Yarman got the ball and he's lost it. I think we've just got to be a little bit careful in possession here. You don't want to give United too many chances.
Yeah, I'd maybe switch to wing-backs now.
It's a shame we didn't have we haven't got one more sub to use. If we did.
There's only only 3 subs in both league and cup, isn't it? It's only in Europe we can do 5 subs because it's interesting. Side note: Pep crying about not using 5 subs on the bench in the Premier League. I'm sorry, but not all of us can have £500 million benches, Pep.
I hate that argument.
And I'll be honest, that goes for United. That goes for United and Liverpool. Like their benches aren't as strong as City's. It would only benefit Manchester City that, and he can shut up. As far as I'm aware.
Oh, God.
Comes in Greenwood, crosses, or headed by Bailly, goes over.
Okay, now they're turning it on.
Yeah, I'd be going wing backs now. Let's get
Lovely
an
delivery by Greenwood. Bailly leaps like salmon, but goes over.
We've used all of our subs, so we can't go 3 at the back. Maybe if we put Kufal as a centre back. Yeah, Soufal as a centre back, Johnson right wing back.
United with a couple of changes. Lingard's off and Fernandes is on.
Oh, this is always the death.
This is where I think we need to.
This is the death.
And the Telles.
No death. Right, and on that bombshell, I'm going to go get my 3rd beer.
Nice one, Gary O'Neill. That shirt just reminds me of Gary O'Neill, what Dennis is wearing. Or Denver Bar.
Yeah, I just think it's Scotty Parker, mate, in that season. He was unreal, wasn't
he? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Imagine if... this is something I've asked West Ham fans before, but imagine if Hitzelsberger was fit all season.
It would have been different. Yeah. God, I think I've just buried it to the back of my brain, mate. I can't even remember that season, other than a few moments. But you are right. When him and Parker played together, we did look a lot better.
Because I think he come back in I think it was like February. I think it was in that season. Oh, I'll come back to that. Yarmolenko. Oh, he's waiting for Bowen to come back on side, but he's waiting for Soufal in support instead. Yarmolenko again. He's been much better tonight, Yarmo.
Yeah, agreed.
Better tonight, no doubt about it. Soufal does brilliantly to get a throw in there. But yeah, I think Hitzelsberger come back that season, that February time. If he got injured in the August internationals before the season started, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And if he played the whole season, I think we'd have a much better chance if he played every game or most of them. I asked Dennis as well.
Hitzelsberger had an absolute cannon of a left foot, didn't he?
No, I think his nickname was the Hammer. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was anyway.
Yeah, when he hit them, they fucking stayed hit.
Yeah, they stayed hit. Yeah, you're right.
Absolute cannon shot.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That did well there, Yarmolenko.
Yeah, he did. United on the attack. Greenwood's got it down the right.
Oh, see, look, this is the thing.
Oh, Diop again with a great clearance.
I know we want to squeeze him, but we're just losing possession too much.
Oh, there's got to be a foul, surely. No, refs plays on. What are you doing, John Moss? Greenwood. Oh, well cleared again. Oh, if this was Football Manager, it'd be like, Man United are piling on the pressure! Exclamation mark!
Can West Ham weather the storm? That's the Football Manager.
Yes.
Corey, you need to get the Football Manager. I mean, it's actually, I think it's on discount. If you pre-order FM22, you get like 20% off or something like that.
What is it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get FIFA 22 and just get
annoyed. Well, I read that apparently Football Manager did this thing where if you pre-order it, you get like 20% off, and you get it 2 weeks early or something like that.
Oh, cool. Was it October? It comes out.
It comes out beginning of November.
Oh, November. All right.
I'm not one of those that normally bothers buying the new one. I got FM20 after my laptop with FM14 packed up, but I might get FM22 now just so I can have Mickey as a striker without using the in-game editor. Because I have to use the in-game editor to turn him into a striker because that boy is untrainable.
Yeah. On
Football Manager 20 at least. Untrainable.
We were just saying, Dennis, obviously the shirt you're wearing is the 10. Is that the 10-11 shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that if Sports Direct weren't such jobsworths, I would have had Kovac 14 printed on the back, especially for our first meet up as West Ham. West Ham way.
We were saying about Hitzelsberger. Would we have stayed up if we stayed fit the whole season?
Oof, I think it would have been a big ask to say if we had stayed up with him, but certainly it would have been very different. I think if he had have stayed fit, and we possibly would have, maybe got a better quality left back ahead of Wayne Bridge in January, or if not for the whole season. There was talk of us getting Insua.
Oh, good block. Corner.
I remember there was talk of us getting Insua from Liverpool, who wasn't a bad left back, the Argentine.
Oh, yeah,
and he probably would have been a better option than Bridge over the course of the season. I think so. And also, we were also quite unlucky in certain games. Remember Arsenal away, where Green had another fantastic game, and Ramsey had a deflected shot that wrong-footed him, and we lost instead of getting up a point. Things like that, coupled with Hitzelsberger being fit, I reckon we would have stayed up. Justice for Avram Grant.
It is another one. Imagine if we signed Denver Bar at the start of the season.
There we are. Done.
Yeah,
done. Or even earlier in the transfer window. Just earlier in that January transfer window. We signed him on near enough deadline day. And remember, the Birmingham game was like his first game, and he hit the crossbar within a minute of coming on. But he just clearly...
wide.
He clearly wasn't quite suited to how we were playing. So if he'd come in a couple of weeks earlier, maybe he scores that game. I don't know, it's all if buts and maybes, but in
the end, we finished bottom.
to quote my good friends Linkin Park, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Linkin Park, great song.
Corey is definitely not a Linkin Park fan.
Just watching the game, mate.
I could have sworn I saw an eye roll there. Sorry.
No, I'd make it more obvious. Don't worry, man.
What a response that is. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's going to be a long 15 minutes or so here, isn't it?
I know,
yeah. Especially with Green without obviously Fernandez on as well.
Bill, you seen that replaying the Dawson that Dawson's got a block and saying
yeah.
What is that all about, man? I don't know if it's just Sky, but just watching the game.
I'm just waiting for a mate, mate. I'm just waiting for a mate. That's what it is.
I'm keeping that as a banner from now on.
You lads buzzing
as well. Vlasic, Krau. I think Krau's looked impressive from what I've seen.
I mean,
his debut.
He's not looked bad. I mean, he was definitely livelier in the beginning.
No, he hasn't looked a fish out of water. I think he's looked pretty.
No, it's similar to Dawson syndrome, where I mean, not quite as bad as Dawson, where everyone came in and was like, "Oh, well, he had a bad Euros, or maybe he's not good enough. If he was that good, we'd sign him."
Oh, Diop, excellent again. I'm telling you, Diop's not far off man of the match for me. I've got to say.
Yeah,
he has had a solid game from what I've seen.
He has, chance here, West Ham, if we can play it forward quickly. Use Sue foul, get Sancho. That's got to be a foul.
Yeah, we're obviously still trying to score when we get the ball, trying to get forward, trying to get in the box, and it is commendable.
Diop, that's a corner.
Got to be a corner. No, ref.
I just wonder if we should be more interested in possession right now.
Yeah, I completely agree.
We need to just stop this attack after attack. It's a little too open, too end to end for my liking. We don't need a goal.
It's just slow the game down.
I think slow the game down, slow down the tempo, keep the ball for a while, frustrate them if we can, maybe win some throw-ins, free kicks. But we're still
had the Diop challenge. Sorry to talk over you, Tommy. Fucking brilliant. Sorry, back to you, Tommy. I just wanted to see it before something else happened.
No,
back to the studio. Back to Ireland, Tommy.
Yeah, no, it's just a little too open. I'd like to see us just knock it about a bit now, try and slow everything down a bit.
United corner. Fernandez played the ball forward, and Diop, not for the first time, got in the way of a cross. Ball comes in. Diop, that man again with a great header. Sancho, deflection. Oh, Ariana does brilliantly from Martial. The angle was tight, but he came rushing out there. There's a chance of West Ham here. It's 2-on-1. Oh no, the United defenders are back now. Bowen, great challenge by Fernandez. If it was all the way around the back there. Yeah, this game is opening up now.
Yeah, too open.
Yeah, Darren. Yeah, I think a few of us would agree with that, mate.
It's a great save from Ariola.
Sure,
that's disgusting.
Great hands, Barriolo again.
I should have played it earlier.
Greenwood does well on the right hand side. Cuts inside. Right footed. Yeah. Well held by
Oh, I thought you were gonna go. Yeah, that's a goal. And I was like,
Wait, I'm not Paul Parker. On the side. If there's a goal, you're going to know about it.
and they've scored.
And it's a goal.
That's a very good tackle by. I've just had the Fernandez challenge on Vlasic. That's brilliant. You have to give my hat off to United players when they do well.
Mate, Kante would be proud of that tackle.
Kante, Scotty Parker would be proud of it.
Just in that counter though, 4-0 was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, 4-0's nutmegging whoever the hell that was.
God.
That was brilliant from 4-0, to be fair.
Careful.
United with the ball.
Yeah, I think Bowen just delayed the pass a little too long.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Matic. Fernandez. Oh, Crowd as well to win that one.
Oh, it's a gorgeous pass. Oh, no, it's not.
United still with the ball. Flicked by Martial, but well intercepted. Johnson's got it. Don't lose the ball there, Johnson. Greenwood. Greenwood cuts inside, shoots. Oh, wide. They're asking for a corner, and it's a goal kick. Bit of respite for West Ham there.
Might be our night, boys. Might be our night.
Well, now
No,
you done it.
The rule is we don't say anything because in case.
That's the only rule on this.
We just pretend.
Wait, there's one brilliant one, Tommy, where it was Leicester last season, where it was 3-2, and they're piling on the pressure and they get a corner, and someone in the comments is a little bit ahead of us because we're watching it on Now TV. And they go, yes, full time, 3-2, like that. And they all say it. And Angus is doing his nut. And I go, don't worry, Angus, I think we're going to be okay. And he's like, what are you talking about? They've got a corner in the last minute. I was like, Angus, trust me. I think you can calm down. He's the only one that hasn't read the comments.
He's literally sitting there at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, just stressing his head out. It's going to be all right, Angus. We're going to do it. That period of about 3 weeks with those 3-0s, honestly, the 3-0s and the 3-alls, mate, honestly, that had me in bits. I was like, no, I can't do this anymore.
I mean, literally, the letters 3 and 0 bring out PTSD.
Remember, we go 3-0 up and we panic. That's how bad it was.
No, what it was is we go 3-0 up and we would joke about that now we're going to throw it away. And then it'd be 3-2 and we'd be like, I'm never joking about that again. And then
Newcastle,
repeat.
Was Newcastle? No, we didn't go 3-0 up in that one, did we? It was
no, but it was Arsenal, Leicester, and Wolves that we went 3 games in a row. And Arsenal was the one we threw away.
Yeah, we proper bowled that.
Oh, Crowd as well there. Yeah, he fouls him, but tactical foul. Fernandinho would have been proud of that one.
We got a corner where I am on Now TV, so I guess not to get excited about it, right?
No
one's even really challenged for it.
But Crowd did well to break. You will see the foul. He did well to break the counter attack up.
Sky Sports are acknowledging that West Ham fans are actually there. That's good to see.
First time we've seen him, isn't it? All night.
First time I banter him, yeah.
Well, it's like I was getting pissed off at half time in the pub watching it with me and United, mate. It's like all they were going on about was United. Oh, West Ham. This was like when it was 1-1. Goes, West Ham. Lucky it isn't more. And it was like, what about all the chances we've created? No, just focus on Man United and Ronaldo. Of course, Sky Sports. Of course.
5 minutes to go past stoppage time. Martial, Matic.
I don't even watch the build up to those games because it's just too hard to watch.
Greenwood shoots though. What?
I literally turn the game on right before kickoff, so I don't have to listen to Sky Sports talking about whatever big team we're bloody playing all night. And I remember
the worst one ever for me was Pellegrini's first game, and you think Pellegrini's in charge. You spent a bit of money at last. You think that Sky Sports would at least talk about it? They literally spoke for the entire build-up about Liverpool. He said, well, West Ham are here today. How are they going to fare? And all they talked about was us selling Chiate.
Yeah.
And Jamie Redknapp. Jay ran up saying, "Oh, we missed their legs in midfield," and it's like you don't know what you're talking about.
I hadn't watched him in the last 2 seasons, then obviously.
And
Yeah,
then you've got like idiots like Graham Souness.
Yarmolenko.
rattling on the-
Oh, it's the post. Yarmolenko, it's the post.
no, that's a funny way of saying Yarmolenko scored.
Oh, what a big opportunity! I thought the flag was going to be go up. It hasn't. Play goes on. And now United.
Yeah, Graham Souness is an idiot, Tommy. We can I think
Oh,
all
what a
football fans,
pass.
except for
Wait,
maybe
what?
Rangers fans, can agree with that.
Oh no, Fernandez! Oh, Crowd, great interception.
Oh, Yarman's got a score for me.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I
He's
thought the
definitely
flag
got a
was
score.
gonna be- I thought the flag was going to be raised then, but no.
Oh
No,
my
it
god,
wasn't.
he's got.
How,
to finish that.
Yarmolenko, how have you fucking missed that? It's an open goal.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Shocked he's missed.
Jesus.
So he's finishing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he doesn't miss from here, does he? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm saying it. I don't care. I'm saying it. Imagine if Sebastian Haller did that.
Oh, God's
Goodness
sake.
I'm sorry. if
Haller would still be
ever-
running to get there, mate. He wouldn't even be in the box.
I've muted him.
I'm sorry, Corey. You think that Yarmolenko has more pace than
Oh, he
Haller? I mean,
does.
come
Oh my
on.
goodness!
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
Grant,
Noble
it's a
could have
bit of a
redeemed
comparison.
himself. Oh no! What a chance!
It
Well, have we
definitely
nearly gone ahead
Haller
again?
scores that. Oh, go on.
So has Noble nearly scored now? Or was that the
Yeah.
assist you were talking about?
No.
4 now.
Had a shot.
What's going on?
Okay, you have to remember, I'm about a minute behind you, mate.
Oh,
Sorry.
surely.
So
Oh, come on, Nobes, man. Oh,
This game's getting stretched.
so many
It goes
1v1s.
on.
Oh, Noble, that's an awful attempt.
He's Bowen.
and also he started the. I had
Bowen?
to see it.
Oh, great effort! Well saved by Dean Henderson in their post. That's 3 chances. in the
Oh,
space.
for fuck's
Minute and a
sake,
half.
no.
Tell
But
you
also, he
what,
started off that attack really well on the edge of his own edge of our own area. That would have been brilliant.
Exactly.
I tell you what, if United
Oh,
equalise
great
here,
block by Dawson.
Yeah, but
then
Tommy, this is all building up to the United equaliser, then stoppage time
Yeah.
winner.
I'd make
Like,
Noble
you know,
and Yarmolenko
Ole Gunnar
walk home.
Solskjaer 1999 all over again.
We've had
you know?
chances, man. We've had chances.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should have put this to bed.
Yarma had to score. I mean, you'd back him, wouldn't you, really?
Good defending in that at the end there. Just slow the game down, West Ham.
Oh, this thing should be put to bed.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
glorious chances for Yarmolenko and Noble. Two really,
Oh,
really poor
good
finishes.
save! Good save by Henderson from J Rod.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Here's
Oh, Johnson
It is end to end at the minute.
him.
oh, it has been, yeah.
Well, West Ham won't let off.
Have United still got subs left, by the way? Or they used all 3 of those?
Oh, lovely.
So they
play,
brought
goal.
Greenwood and Fernandez on. Have they got one more sub left?
No,
No,
Elanga or Ngala, I think he's on as well.
What? Yeah, they
Ah,
used all 3.
Oh, God's sake, man. Come on.
They brought
Okay.
on Greenwood, Fernandez, and Elanga.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Bit of respite. We're just seeing the chance for Yarmolenko. Oh, how's he missed that? Jesus. I didn't realise Henderson was off his line.
Yeah,
Then
well, yeah.
And then the second one, Bowen plays. Oh, Noble's. Oh, mate, got to be better than that.
I prefer not to speak.
Makes it easy for Henderson. Pass it right in Henderson's path. Bit of loft and that goes in. Bowen's got it now on the right hand side. He's in the corner flag against the best defender ever, Lindelof.
He's got to
Oh,
score,
go on.
Yarmolenko, hasn't he?
Go on. Shit! Please tell me we're shithousing
yeah.
it in the corner. I love it when footballers do that.
Yarmolenko! Oh, I thought he was going to shoot. And it's blazed over my 4 nails. Right, stoppage time is about to commence. Let's see how many minutes.
Oh, I've just seen the replay, and I thought the defender was on the line, and that's why he panicked and shot. But he wasn't. He wasn't. Noble is a little bit
brilliant.
more
That
forgivable.
was
On
brilliant.
the replay, it's a bit more forgivable.
Oh,
He
come
tries
on,
to put it through the
West Ham.
keeper's legs, and it's a good save by Henderson.
Right, they've given Craig Dawson man of the match.
Oh, Diop, innit, for me.
I mean,
Diop all day.
Look, a
How
West
did-
Ham player has got man of the match on Sky
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
Man
I
United.
think Dawson's
How
been
did
very
you-
good as well.
Why did Yarmolenko not shoot there?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
usually his position. You know,
Yeah, usually,
inside left of the box. Usually goes for his curler far post.
I
There,
mean,
doesn't he?
I'm not even joking. He could almost have had a hat trick tonight if he had, been a bit better.
Yarmolenko's played pretty decent tonight. I've got to say.
You guys were saying you thought Diop was the man of the match, but they've given it Dawson.
Oh yeah.
Look, they've given it.
Much.
Again, Tommy. They've given it to a West Ham player against Man United, while West Ham are winning, which normally doesn't happen. I was surprised they didn't give it to bloody. I'm surprised they didn't give man of the match to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, and the entire post match would be Graham Souness talking. I think Paul Pogba could have done more tonight for Man United.
Do you
Paul Pogba isn't even on the bench.
After he got 4 assists in one game.
And Micah Richards, and again, one of the pundits I've got so much time for is Micah Richards. Tore him a new one.
So yeah.
I've also controversial one. Got a lot of time for Roy Keane as well.
So funny.
Is it?
No, I think he's a grumpy fucker, but he talks a lot of sense.
Oh, Roy Keane's great. He's
I
brilliant.
actually started to probably like Roy Keane about a year ago. Like I used to find him really irritating, but some of the stuff.
Fernandes taking the corner. Henderson has gone up. Fernandes takes it. Brilliant, but Diop again.
Oh, that's good defending actually by Yarman.
Henderson's running back because Darlow's got the ball. Oh, Christ, he nearly loses it there. And Henderson's on the halfway line with the ball. Things you love to see. Plays it. Oh, I love to see that because he plays it out for a throw-in. Thanks very much.
Go on, Hendaldo.
Oh, brilliant edit deal.
Yarmolenko did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To give away the corner, he did brilliantly there because someone, I didn't catch it on his shoulder, was in then. Somebody was in then.
Right, a minute and a half to go. Johnson smashes it out the pitch.
Just seen Henderson put it out. Oh,
I'm at the corner now. Delow's got it as Henderson's running back.
Yeah, I've just seen the Henderson pass it. That's why get back in goal. Can help.
All right, no, just got it back. Lindelof back to Bailly.
All right. I thought when you said it, Bill, I thought he just kicked it out for the sake of kicking it out. At least he sort of almost half tried to play the ball.
Still
it was like I could see what he was trying.
Oh yeah, I could see what he was trying. Still a rubbish pass, though, wasn't it? Because it went out for a throw.
Yeah,
it's still giving us a cop out, isn't it? Let's be honest. Take the pressure.
Keepers need to know their limitations, don't they?
No, I love it when keepers go out. I love it when the keeper goes up.
We've done so well. They've had I think it's 29 attempts now, only 6 on target.
This is Bill. This is a Football Manager win, isn't it?
There's been very few times tonight
because it's 1-0 for a long time. We've only had 1 shot on target. We've at 1-0. We've had 2 clear chances to kill off the game. And the other team have had 27 attempts. This is a Football Manager win.
United have had shots. They've obviously had a lot of shots and chances, but I've never felt that we've been in real danger for large periods of the game. They've had possession.
Yes, there we go.
What is it? 2-0. Oh, full time. Oh, hey. Right.
West Ham.
I'm off to the group chat with the Man United fan. Change the group chat from Penoble to Penaldo.
Happy days into the next round. I've got to go, chaps. Thanks for having me on. It's been fun.
Thanks.
Nice seeing you again, Tommy. Been a while.
And cheers, boys. Have a good one.
See you later, mate.
Come on, you irons.
mate.
Come on, you irons. Yep.
See you, mate.
Come on, you wires.
Lads, mate. We'll thought United would, with the quality in their second string, they'd grind out a win. But what performance, throughout for West Ham, really. To create a number of chances, probably should have made it even more comfortable with Yarmolenko somehow missing the goal, hitting the post, and Noble having a chance. But what would you make of that performance, Dennis?
Massive.
Back to the studio.
In a word, massive.
Oh dear. Well, Corey, mate, I think we as I say, we thought United's quality would show and would give it a go, but eventually fall short. But I thought I'd say we deserved that win.
I genuinely do. I've got a United mate that's trying to banter me and telling me about how many attempts they've had. Yeah, they've had 27 attempts, but to be honest, there's very few times tonight in terms of quality chances.
Most of them were nowhere near the goal.
Well, exactly. I thought
way wide or over.
And to that end, I thought positionally, again, particularly Diop and Dawson tonight were absolutely fantastic, and Diop on a number of occasions when Manchester United broke. Now it was quite risky tonight because at the times we were countering and we were getting our fullbacks forward. When really, and truthfully, normally West Ham just sit behind the ball, but again, they played fantastically well. We had chances. We probably could have won it, to be honest, 2-0 in the end. We definitely should have scored one from that. And first half as well, you look at first 10, 15 minutes, our press was very good out of possession. So I do think we deserved it, mate. And fair play. Nobes gets his win. Obviously, after Sunday, it was a little bit disappointing. But no, mate, I'll take it all day.
Yeah, and I thought for a number of players really impressed tonight. We mentioned Diop. I thought he was outstanding. Craig Dawson was given man of the match by Sky, and I thought he was excellent again. Obviously, a bit of a couple of shaky games this season for Craig Dawson, but I thought he was back to his best tonight. And I thought Crowell, his debut looked fairly tidy. I think there's more to come from him, but he didn't look out of place. In
He
this
impressed
side.
me, yeah.
I thought, I tell you what, Yarmolenko, I think that would have capped off a good game for him if he actually scored that sitter, because I thought he looked better than what he has done.
What I will
He's
say
done
about,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, what I'll say about Yarmolenko is we were massively worried, particularly on that right. Was he going to protect it enough? And I think tonight, positionally, he was a lot better defensively. And so, again, lack composure in front of goal. I know he did threaten and he did try and take on players, but I think his role tonight, particularly defensively, was important. So I think you've got to give credit where it's due, to be fair.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think considering, I think the quality of the game overall was pretty decent, considering in total there was 21 changes combined for both sides.
Yeah, and look, and to be honest, I thought I actually thought Manchester United ironically looked worse when Lingard went off. They had no real ball carriers. It made it easy for West Ham. I think Fernandes had a shot straight at Areola, and Areola as well at times. He had to come out off his goal and he had to read it. So I'm happy, mate. Like, let's be honest. I think a lot of us come into this game thinking, you know what? Let's just.
As soon as I saw the lineups, I said beforehand, I was like, they're going to turn the screw. They're going to turn it on. Their flair players are going to do really well, and we're going to be in a world of trouble, because I just looked at our lineup and was like, there's not a lot of pace. But I'm happy to be wrong. I'm always happy to be wrong when I predict West Ham losing. So,
come on, you boys. Get in there. We're on the full.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you boys.
Oh, definitely. So,
come on, you Steel.
They're showing up the other results, and Chelsea and Villa going to penalties, and Wolves and Tottenham also going to penalties.
Interesting. Chelsea conceding against Villa is a bit of a. Wouldn't really have had that down, but Brighton winning again. Brighton doing well. Arsenal needed a much-needed win against Wimbledon. 3 on the bounce for them. I'm sure they'll be buzzing.
Much-needed win against Wimbledon.
They're going to win the league. Arsenal now.
Well, yeah, innit? Arteta in.
Arteta. Yeah, Arteta in, mate. Yeah, definitely. Just showing the Ryder Cup. You guys golf fans? Going to be watching the Ryder Cup?
No.
Charles is your person for golf, mate.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, we chatted about the cup in the Abbey Tab after the game on Sunday. Talking about the wildcard picks and stuff. Yeah, it's a good shout. They must be doing the draw now, surely.
Oh, should we just stay on it?
Well, we might as well. Yeah, if they're doing it, I assume they're doing it now, because obviously there's no games tomorrow, is there?
I was going to say, lads, are you looking forward to? Obviously, we've got Leeds away anyway. That's the first thing to get out of the way. But we've got a Europa League home game next Thursday. Unveiling of the old statue. We excited to get down.
Oh, mate, I'm going to be there. I've got my ticket and I've got the day off work. And I got the day off after.
I've got the hotel booked, so I can get up and go straight to work.
Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say, am I gonna have people stay at Casa del Watling? People stay overnight that might need to travel up to Essex to go back into London. I was gonna say there is a spare room at mine. So
not with a Metropolitan line, mate.
Oh no. Well, depending on where you are, I'm right by Watford Junction, so you can just get into central London in 15 minutes for me, or 18 if you want to be specific. Really? Yeah, so Junction to Euston is 18 minutes on the commuter train, and then from Euston you can get to virtually anywhere. But yeah, absolutely buzzing for it, mate. I mean, I never thought genuinely did not think. You turn back time a year, let alone 2 or 3. Just think I was going to see West Ham United in the group stage of the European competition. Nah.
Do you know what, mate? It
Nah.
makes me laugh because I did obviously we're playing Leeds and they've got a podcast and I did kind of an interview with them and they asked what's happened with West Ham, and it's such a loaded question because like when you consider like the development where he came into where we're at now, it's chalk and cheese. You have to explain.
Yeah, it's like mates of mine are like, oh, it shows that the board has done a really good job. No. This is in spite of everything the board has done. It wouldn't surprise me again still if David Sullivan is angry that we're in Europe, right? Because it means now he has to spend bloody money. And even then, like, it's questionable how much he's actually spent or how much he hasn't spent.
The thing is with that question, it's what they sort of angle at is it a player or is it this? But it's a lot of things. It's the squad of Moyes and how far they've come as well and the signings we've had. So it's a big old question. It took me a little while to answer, but either way.
In any event,
what beers were you on tonight, Dennis?
I was on the old faithful old Bitburger. They started selling it in Asda.
Oh,
so
I bet you were buzzing, mate.
Oh, mate, There's
I'll send it
to the WhatsApp group. There's a video I got where it's like Asda have got their like German beer wall now, and it's like loads of beers that you could only really buy online. And I was just like breathing heavily. He goes, stop talking and slowly move towards the beer. And it's like you got Bitburger, Erdinger Dunkel, Veltins, all the stuff that I would buy online in like crates of £30, and it's like 4 for £6. And I'm like, yes, please.
I think the draw's taking place after the penalties are finished.
The only thing I like, we'll get City in the next round.
Yeah, Hawaii as well.
I just thought, like, do you know what? It's actually surprised me how I know we weren't good. I guess we weren't like outstanding or blew Man United away, but you know, in terms of game plans, I thought we were spot on, mate. And with a side that was changed that heavily to do what we did tonight, I thought fair play. And we've rested Dek, we've rested Souček, both our centre backs. So yeah, we're looking good, mate. We're looking good.
Exactly, and considering obviously Souček, Rice, and Antonio weren't even in the squad tonight, I think it was also a good thing for them to get a rest. But also show obviously that we obviously won without them on the pitch at all.
Indeed, it's look. Obviously, I personally, I'd rather get the point on Saturday than win tonight. Personally, so I think that point can make a big difference in the season, especially momentum-wise. Whereas, are we going to win League Cup? Probably not. But let's take it while it's here. You know, we beat Man United at Old Trafford for the first time since 2007.
Oh yeah.
Just let that in.
Oh well, I don't think any of us thought that that statistic would be changing tonight. Yeah, it has.
Happy days.
I think we're the same, yeah. So pumped for Antonio to go against Leeds backline, yeah. I think we're all looking forward to that. I think we can. We're going to the Leeds game now with it's not that we had no confidence, but obviously more than we would have done if we just went in from Sunday.
Yeah, of course, mate. You know what I mean? Went out there, had a great game, you know.
Hey, you know.
Of course, yeah.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, Dennis, please don't do that. Please don't do that again.
You know.
Corey's much better. I didn't know Jamie Carragher was joining our watch along tonight.
Mate, honestly, makes me laugh so much, Jamie Carragher. I saw actually a really good impression on Twitter the other day of him. It had me absolute bits. Like the little inhaler breath he does before he says something.
Yeah. The best one is Darren Farley. Yeah.
Darren Farley, yeah.
When they go to the zoo, he's like, I think they showed great character. The zebras.
Oh, Rogers, isn't it?
Brendan, they're animals. We're talking about character.
I love it when he does his laugh and goes, ah.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it was also the fact that Wayne Rooney Wayne Rooney wearing an American football helmet as well when he was at Dallas.
That's just elite, mate. It's elite.
Yeah, man. Well, Just seeing the goal again with Fredericks' run. I mean, what a shame it was he went off injured. I thought he did brilliantly.
Yeah, well, got the assist for the only goal tonight. He's Colton pitch line. He's touch.
I think it's a bit of with Crowell. I think Crowell really proved dividends in the last 20 minutes. Like, yeah, he didn't do an awful lot in the midfield after the first 10, but last 20 minutes, I thought he was bloody brilliant for us.
He broke up. Got some interceptions and got himself around about the pitch, and I think he looked. Decent debut,
I think that's the difference, isn't it? Because obviously last year when we struggled to have a centre midfielder that could come in with that kind of energy, you see Crowell tonight. I know he's not particularly mobile, but he's got an engine on him, and put him alongside Mark Noble, it just gives us a little bit more. I think if we hadn't had him and just Nobes, we might have struggled a little bit.
In comparison to the similar game, I think it might have been this round last season when we played Everton away. And we had Snodgrass and Noble in centre midfield.
Oh my days, mate! Please don't tell me.
Do you know what I mean?
That being said, Snodgrass did score a belter that night.
He did.
Oh yeah, but how many times was the play stretched that night? Yeah. I mean, what was it, 4-1 in the end, or whatever it was?
But also, I remember the game last year against Man United. I think could have been the FA Cup, but we played Souček, and I think in that game he played like 120 minutes, and he didn't get a rest. And having the chance tonight to again give him a rest, because he did look leggy on Sunday. He really did. You know, when a player sort of dips in terms of fitness levels and they're tired, the technical side of it goes as well. I'm more to be fair, I'm more buzzing having Declan Rice and Souček ready for Saturday. Like, now we've got them and they've had their rest, get them out there. And Leeds are going to be a tough game. They're going to be intense, but I think we've got more than enough to do a bit of a job on them. So I hope so anyway. I won't be able to show my face on. I don't see any Leeds fans anymore. I'll be like that. Don't look at me, man.
We did the double over them last year, so we are due some backlash, mate.
True.
I've just seen that Ruben Neves has missed a penalty. Christ, we put your mortgage on him scoring a pen.
You put your mortgage on Noble scoring a pen, mate. So we can't really talk.
Yeah, with Noble with a few minutes on the pitch, I would have put my mortgage on.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So how long till the draw? I mean, are we going to be on live for the draw? Or I mean, it'll be for another half an hour or so, is it?
No, I thought it'd be soon, wouldn't it? Or is it?
I thought you'd wait until all games were over. If Wolves and Spurs are
the games aren't over, are they?
Yeah, so I thought it'd be after the games.
Yeah, there will be, but there's still 2 shootouts going on, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, does it go straight to penalties with no extra time?
Yeah. It's penalties now.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought it was extra time. So
no, straight to pens. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Neves in a shootout, he missed. I'm just in on there.
Spurs win on penalties.
Oh, I've just seen it, yeah. And then Donker missed the next one as well. Yeah, Tottenham win 3-2 on penalties, and then just
Tottenham Hotspur are back.
Well, of course, the league.
You know which watch along that's from. You know.
Of course, the League Cup was the last trophy that Tottenham won. 2008.
To be fair, it's still more than we've won. Here he is, Mark, on the TV.
Yeah, man, super noble. I think Chelsea are winning 3-2 at the moment in the shootout, from what I've seen.
Ben Chilwell's hit the bar.
Oh yeah, you're on BBC like I am.
Maybe not.
Well, you are. Konza scores for Villa, and then Chilwell smacks the bar. Oh, update coming up.
Reece James has scored. Buendia has scored. Maybe I'm not on the BBC app.
There we are. Chelsea are through. James smashes his Everton to the top corner.
Yeah.
Well, there we are then. So that's all the games. So So yeah, I'm imagining after this interview, they'll probably go straight to the draw. I would assume. If not, then we might need to call it quits. But yeah, what do you reckon, Dennis? I mean, like, obviously the Carabao Cup's probably the least priority for West Ham, but I mean, if we're still in the draw, should we make a go of it still, or should we still throw it?
It's a strange one in that people talking about us still being in the draw. We got through effectively the first round for us. There's still 5 rounds to go. If we're at this stage and we're about to hit the last 8, that's when the conversation happens.
Yeah.
I've always seen the League Cup as take as it comes and take it seriously at the last 8. Forget the last 8, we've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting a trophy, even if the likes of City and Liverpool or whatever are still there. But when you're at this round, again, just take it as you see it. I mean, the only difference is we got United this time, whereas in the past we've struggled to get past Wimbledon.
Yeah,
I remember with Pellegrini's first year, we beat Wimbledon 3-1, but it wasn't easy going. So I wouldn't pay it much mind. I would, depending on who we get in the second round, I'd probably rest people still. So in the 4th round, and then if you get to like round 6, which is the last 8, that's when you start taking it seriously. In my mind, I would prioritize the league and the Europa League over this personally.
Yeah, Corey, I was just saying to Dennis, I'm just asking him, obviously it depends who we get in probably the next round, but would you play a similar side? Would you look to still throw the cup, or would you take it a bit more seriously now we're a bit further to...
I don't think you heard half of that.
No, they can hear me. Can hear me.
You're muted, Corey.
Yeah, I got the end of it. Saying about...
Yeah, he hadn't put his headphone in time, so you might want to say that again, that's all.
Go on, Corey.
Oh, no, what would we play? Would we change it dramatically for the next round, right? Is that a question?
Yeah, so like, would we still look to sort of throw the cup or not take
Yeah, I've got a bit of mixed emotions, if I'm honest, a little bit tonight, because I think I kind of went into it thinking we'll throw it, we'll rotate, we'll rest the key players, and now we did perform well tonight, to be fair. I thought tactically we were spot on. But if you're asked, the thing is, if that team, albeit I know it's a bit of a lackluster Manchester United, can play like that, and say, for example, we play against opposition, you keep it the same, and then maybe you tweak it. The only player I might have had in there tonight, if you're telling me for first teamers, probably Rice. Probably you have Rice alongside Crowell, and you play like that. So only small tweaks, and only probably against a Chelsea, a Manchester City, because I think long term, I don't know if we can really afford to keep going deep into the competition. Just purely, mate, I'd love a cup run. I really, really would. But it's just this season where you've got Europa League and the demands. But what I will say is that side impressed me tonight, because normally we see a rotated team and we go, we're weak in this area, we're weak in that area. And even Moyes to use the subs when he did, I thought Fornals was exceptional when he came in. Vlasic offered a little bit more, and we should have won more comfortably. So I hope that answers your question. Probably about everything around the houses as well.
No, that's pretty much bang on, mate. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, it's such a strange feeling, because I mean, for me, I don't know how you felt, but I just felt relatively comfortable. I really did. Maybe the only hairy moment was when Greenwood ran in beyond, and even then Areola was out. So yeah, no, I thought defensively really impressed me, because you look at some of them players could come in. We talk about Diop a fair bit. Dawson's had a bit of criticism as well. It just gives me a bit more confidence knowing that if they did come in, that in terms of the way we're training, we're relatively comfortable. So
spot on. Fourth round draw.
Oh, we're on
after the break. Yeah, so it looks like Aaron Redknapp and Michael Richards are going to do it. So, but yeah, no, I'm the same, mate. I'm obviously pleased we got the win. It's another game for us, but I think of this squad, the lineup tonight, that it shows that we've got not got a massive amount of depth, but it's better than what it was last season. And I think that proved with the players on show now we played tonight against the really a second string United side, but they've got quality players.
The thing is, we're in a weird position where we brought recruits in. I think players that can compete for the first team. So in terms of squad depth, that's the right way to build it. But we're still at a stage where you look at certain players, particularly Yarmolenko, you probably wouldn't have him really long term. But I think just in terms of sort of individual performances, the fact that a Yarmolenko, the fact that a Diop, players that you kind of, Diop probably more 50-50, let's be honest, than Yarma, are performing like they did tonight, it's important because we have to rely on the squad. And I think the thing with football goes out the window a bit is, everyone talks about transfer windows, bring that player in. And there are things that certain players can't do, but you can coach players. And to be fair, we see with Fredericks in the other game, he improved. So I think Moyes has got it spot on, really, in terms of getting these players, improving them, and hopefully we keep it up now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, we mentioned Diop, and I think we're all impressed. I'm slightly surprised that he didn't get it, but I thought Dawson was equally as good as Diop tonight.
I think you got to remember, I think United were attacking probably more predominantly down that right. It felt at times maybe, Martial would veer off. But to be honest, I think particularly when Greenwood comes on, because we know Greenwood likes to favour on that right-hand side. And the biggest thing tonight that impressed me with Diop is the moment where, I can't remember, I think it might have been Lingard picked up the ball in a central area and he's got space in front of him. And Diop kind of sometimes languidly goes towards the ball or presses and gets beat very easily. But even his body shape, I've seen him pointing and organising the defence as well. Like there's so little things where I think tonight maybe he thought, this is my chance, I have to perform. And he got it bang on. So fair play to him. I've got to give him credit where he deserves it.
Absolutely. I think we said it during the watch along, like this is was it Tommy who asked, is this a make or break season for Diop? And it is, but based on the two performances he's played, obviously Dino Zagreb, I thought he was very good. Bit shaky at times, but grew better as the game went on. And then tonight I thought, he was easily a contender for man of the match. He probably would have been my shout, but it shows how well he's performed in the two games. So, hope long may that continue for the rest of the season.
Completely agree, mate. And we need it as well. Talk about our centre backs, particularly with the competitions we're in. We need players to come in. And Tommy made a great point, which I haven't really thought about. Good opportunity to get these players in to be used to the system, because we did play 4-2-3-1 tonight, and I imagine we'll keep playing that throughout the year. And so they're familiarising with it. And when they come on, they know their role. Crowell was the one for me where we didn't really know too much about him. We didn't know what we were getting. It sort of goes by the by, but cutting out passes or breaking up play, some of his passes, long range passes as well in there. I think we got a player. Yes, he's not quick, but again, if he's positionally spot on him,
Souček's not lightning quick, but he gets around the pitch, isn't he?
And that's because he's got one hell of a stride on him.
Yeah, and it's the engine for me with Crowell. Like Noble, you kind of, bless him, you get to a point with him where it clearly declines as it gets on in the game. But Crowell's level was probably still up there, even though we didn't have the ball at times. So that's an asset, mate. That's an asset. We talk a lot about, will West Ham ever go to a three-man midfield? I'd be interested at one point in seeing Crowell, Rice and Souček. I know it's not creative, but you might need it in certain games. You never know. So
definitely. Right. I think it's similar to Liverpool. They made a lot of changes, but they fit to Klopp's system. Even like the youngsters, some of them played out in the skin. I mean, Dennis, you would have loved one of the players. I don't know if you watched it last night, but I think one of the wingers was Gordon. So give it to Gordon. Give it to Gordon.
Who was this? Which team?
Liverpool.
Did you watch Liverpool last night?
I didn't watch any football last night. No, I'd better things to do.
I'll say it again. So one of the wingers, one of the youngsters, his surname.
Sorry, for which teams? For which teams?
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Oh, yeah, okay.
They played Norwich last night. And one of the wingers for Liverpool, I think he's about 18 or whatever, is Gordon. Is his surname?
Give it bloody Gordon.
Give it to Gordon.
Give it Gordon. Give it Gordon. Give it bloody Gordon.
Right, let's go to the draw. They're at Pot and Bowls Club in Bedfordshire, of all places. Fair play.
I mean, bits early. You see it, like Mark Wright was on there with.
Mark Wright was there. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Right, so I'm loving the polos they've got on. Mark Richards and Harry Redknapp.
Part of me wants like a Chelsea at home just for the atmosphere. It's part of me thinking, go on, do it.
It'd be nice to get.
Well, it's not just these lot here. Like, who else is in it from last night? That's the other thing.
I can't even remember, mate. I'm sure
all the big sides, apart from obviously United, who we beat, but Chelsea have just won.
Yeah. QPR are in it. I wouldn't mind playing QPR. We haven't played them for a while.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of mates that support QPR. Like being from Watford, there's quite a few people that still support QPR in the outskirts of Watford and stuff like that, like places like South Oxley and Pinner.
Oh, Corey, you're muted, mate.
Sorry. I just said they rolled Harry Redknapp out again.
Yeah, it's like Redknapp's like let's just go on with it. And there's an older fella Bill in your West Ham shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. So it's out of Brentford, Burnley, Leeds, Liverpool, Man City, Preston, QPR, Southampton, Stoke, Sunderland, Arsenal, Brighton, Chelsea, obviously West Ham, Leicester, and Tottenham. Times we played a week commencing October 25th, so just over a month's time. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah,
no, that's the week. That's the week after Europa, isn't it? I think so. That'll be like 3 games again.
Well, we were used to that last year, but we had like a run of didn't we have like 8 games in like 30 days or something like that last season?
Yeah. Right, we're about to get underway.
Yeah, and you're ahead of us, mate. I'm on Now TV.
So I'll do it for you, lads.
Right. I mean, look, for the banter, I would love Stoke away. Obviously, I'm not going to go because I won't get. Can you do it in a cold night in Stoke?
All right, number 13, Chelsea at home.
Oh,
always at home in cup competitions. It's so lucky.
They are.
Always at Stamford Bridge. Playing number 8, which is
Southampton. I've still got the numbers in front of me, mate.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll get there together.
Rain Man over here, number 11. That's Arsenal. A couple of Arsenal fans are happy with that home tie.
Shop. Get home tie as well.
Who have they got, though? Number 3, which is Leeds. Oh, not for the first time.
Arsenal Leeds. That is an interesting game.
Not for the first time at the Emirates. There's been a cup game between those two sides.
Go on the Bamford.
Right, number 9 is that? Ball number 9. That's Stoke. Here we go. Stoke are at home. Here we go.
Stoke away. Come on.
Here we go. Here we go. And it is number 1. I think is that Brentford. Number 1. Yeah, Stoke Brentford. There we go.
Like when you clip this up later, you see the look of disappointment. You go 1 Brentford.
Number 14, West Ham United.
Yes! Home game, son.
Yes.
We can get tickets.
Wait, who we got, though?
Well, yeah.
Who we got? Come on, Micah. Give us a good
Liverpool.
one, mate.
It'll be Liverpool or City.
Number 5, Manchester City.
Oh, I told you. I said this happened.
I called it. Liverpool or Man City. I called it.
Obviously, Malcolm Richards used to play for City, didn't he? Oh my God, he's smiling. Right, number 15, Leicester at home.
Oh God, it's so typical, man, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just
Leicester at home against Brighton. Oh, all Prem time there. There can't be that many ties left. Here we go, number 2. That's Burnley. Must be Sunderland. I don't think Sunderland have come out yet.
I'm still going to that game, even though it's going to be
it's number 16. Burnley Tottenham.
Battle for the ages, that is.
Not as much as this one, though. Number 7, which is QPR. I imagine there can't be many more after this. QPR against number 10. And it is Sunderland.
See, I would have liked either of those. I thought Sunderland at home, QPR at home. Teams who've not played for a while. You know, that's what I want in the cup competitions. Teams we have not played for a while, i.e. lower league teams.
Yeah, Preston against... Who's the other team? Number 4, Preston's Liverpool. Oh, that's a tasty one.
Last time we played Preston was the playoff final, 2005.
Yeah, it was. And there we are. That's
one for you.
That's the end of the draw. Man City at home. Mate, the elation for getting a home side and despair is Man City.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those ones where I sat there for the right price. I think I'll go, but I'm not going to part with that much money to go watch us get battered by City in the cup.
I only get a tenner. Come on, Dennis. Good day
Well,
out.
Look at the comment. Look at the last comment.
Well, yeah,
We did it without 100 million pounds of rice.
Hey. I think that'd be still a good game though. I mentioned City will play stronger lineup than they played. Did you see the team they had last night?
Well, no, I didn't. Morris scored though, didn't he? Didn't he
Yeah,
score a few?
their front players was like Mahrez, Torres, De Bruyne, Foden, but their back line was like, I think they all made their debuts or something, or they're all youngsters anyway.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I mean they're a different level, aren't they? Their second 11's basically a first 11, isn't it? So
But
it's a shame, really. But
I think because it'd be a home side, I reckon we'll play a stronger team than maybe tonight. But obviously, we'll see near
Also, if it's in between Europa League games and it's City, I think Moyes might just go, you know what? Get 90 minutes under your belt and make a game of it. Which is I think the brief tonight. I think the brief tonight was get 90 minutes under your belt and make a game of it. And we persevered.
Yeah,
oh no, definitely,
I mean,
definitely. But
if we had
We know
played a
what-
couple
we know
more
what-
first teamers, I think we could have done a lot better tonight. I mean, on
Agreed.
paper, that United side should be absolutely creaming us on paper. But you know, be it Solskjaer. I don't think Solskjaer's the problem. I think it was lack of match sharpness and lack of cohesion for the Man United side because they haven't really played that much together. That team.
No, exactly. Well, luckily, football's played on grass, not paper. Right. Well,
Line out of FIFA.
Yeah.
exactly. You know it. All right. Well, thanks, Corey. Thanks, Dennis, for joining for the match, and well, I would say thanks for the draw as well. But well, at least we're at home. So, all right. Well, thanks, lads, for joining. We'll catch up soon. So, thanks everyone for watching. Subscribe to Games Football if you're new, and like this video if you enjoyed it. All the best. Take care.
See you later.